Yep, should be good.
On the last time. There's actually not much to say. Last time was a
Yeah,
boss fight.
we fought. Wait. I got it. We fought Missy and no one died. We chased out the Fontaine family right outside the room, and we stole her gun. And now she's upset, and everyone helped us, and we're safe. All right, inspiration, please.
Uh-huh. So, you guys are back here in the room. Mizian's body lays to the ground, and I'll add a little bit of clarification exactly. Well, when I said, like, as you guys were inspecting that body, as you were inspecting the body, making that Arcana check and stuff like that, it was more so that whatever negative etheric energy, based on what Isaac has said before, has been used, or Mizian used, that transformed his body and seemingly has transformed all the ghouls and entities within the catacombs here. It's the same effect where, yeah, you could try to study and research the effects off the body now that etheric energy is gone, but it is hard to do so and try to recreate what has happened. Mainly because that energy has been expunged with Mizian's death, and with that dispel magic from earlier, that was the coup de grace, destroying any traces, elements of the remaining necrotic energy. We're trying to research his body is much in the same way of a wizard trying to cast Revivify based on divine magic. It's just incredibly difficult to do. So you feel as if the head itself does not seem to... You won't be able to get the same information that Mizian had just based off his body. But it is still just a big old skull on the ground. Just a massive gargantuan head. And Marjorie Fontaine has run back within the catacombs. The catacombs now is open to you. It seems that with Margie's arrival, you can infer that any sort of lingering threat has been dealt with. So with that in mind, yeah.
Last time, like as we were like right before we ended the session, I said Wendy was going to go chase after Margie. I will say meta-wise, so people don't get frustrated with me. Wendy's not going to like hound her. She's going to try to like negotiate with her and do whatever she has to stop bad things from happening. Okay, just for clarity for everyone else's sanity. But Wendy was going to go chase after her and try to de-escalate things.
I mean, I think the decision you made before was a valid one. I as the DM don't blame you for that one. I think that made sense.
Still,
but yeah, you chase.
I agree, but I still want to try to de-escalate. I think Wendy would want to de-escalate things if she can help it. Having Fontaine as an enemy is not logistically smart. So
fair. So you rush past, following the chamber where Margie had run into. Is anyone else following?
I'm still slowed. I'm not really capable of it.
Why are you slowed?
I took drugs.
Oh yeah, that lasts for a minute.
Or I think it's 10 minutes, you said, of slow.
It starts to become... Oh, is it 10 minutes? Let me just double check that. That's a good point. I thought it started out as a minute, but I could be wrong.
Started out as
a minute. It starts out as a minute, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So with the investigation and everything like that would have gone. So you would not be slowed down.
Okay. I think Pala, now with her newfound intelligence, is going to be a little bit introspective here and realize that maybe she is not very good at de-escalating and is going to let Wendy kind of take charge of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you following in suit, though?
I'll follow behind, but not like... I'm not going to be the first one to start the conversation.
Okay. Let me move you guys then, if it's just you two, over to where this is going to happen. So you're following her over to past the corridor, and as you guys get back to the room with the light and the trees in it, as you step inside, you see Margie, along with a considerable amount of the Fontaine family, it looks like. And she's just there. The Fontaine family all, like, as you guys are rushing in, they, like, look at you, sort of hands over to their hips, ready for what may happen, but they're not doing any sort of aggressive action as of yet. And you see Margie is just sitting in there, seemingly having finished, seemingly to have talked to a few of the members here in the meantime. And she looks over to you and says, "Now, I think this might be a little bit better for negotiation, wouldn't you say? I feel a little bit more comfortable here."
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Margie. Oh, sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
Oh, all right. Wendy just looks at. I don't blame you, Margie. We just got out of an extremely intense fight with an evil creature that's capable of untold destruction. I died almost. I was completely knocked out within the first 10 seconds of fighting this thing. So please excuse us if we might have a little bit of a short fuse right now. We just went through a lot, and the first thing after defeating this enemy, you come in, and to be very fair, not to try to ruffle your feathers, but you kind of came in a little bit, just very hurt with us. And I think it just made things a little bit more tense than we would have otherwise in another situation, normally outside of this environment. So I apologize for everything. Can we just start over from scratch? Just if you'd be so kind.
Make an insight check for me.
Insight, okay. That's a 12.
12? You look around in this room, you see it was I think with the whole original process, you didn't realize that Margie herself seems to have a lot of wounds and she seems to be bleeding a little bit, hurt as well. She looks also like she's been fucked up and roughed up a bit. You see too the rest of the remaining members in the room. You see that a lot of them have bandages over their bodies. It seems like they have been fighting themselves. And she looks down as you say this, and she nods a bit. Now that I can understand a bit. I also don't want any other incidents to happen. I myself lost a lot of good men fighting off these undead werewolf syndicate folk. And I've also somewhat reached the end of my patience. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. You did help kill the guy, and I'm grateful for it. Really, I am. I just want, if I can get... Hell, you know what? You were so kind to me, I'll even let you keep my carbine. But I get the head. The Fontaines are back, and I want everyone to know that.
You can have the head, that's fine. There's nothing we would do with it anyway. I think we probably have everything that we need. That we absolutely, truly need at this point. It's dead.
Make a persuasion check with advantage now.
Okay.
This is just to see what her next, how friendly she's going to be in this coming exchange. But it seems like you've smoothed things over at the very least.
Hey, Paula, do you have anything you can maybe give me at all, possibly like some sort of advantage on a check or something? I don't know if you have any of those left.
Unfortunately, I'm tapped out on Bardics. I popped everything.
No worries. Okay, what you want me to roll for? What now?
A persuasion check. Yes.
With advantage. Okay, dokie. Yep. All right.
Oh, so I can give you a 1d. Is actually. Do I have one left?
I don't think you used any, right?
I used my Bardics, but I think I have. Let's see. Ability. Okay, I can give you a D3 on an ability check.
It's such a stupid. It's such. I can't believe it's not just a D4. No one has a D4.
Why a D3?
It doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
Right, we maxed it out. That's a 14 in total. Wendy rolled an 11.
14. Okay.
Yeah. She's not a very persuasive person.
Sure.
Charismatic.
But I'm also considering what you mentioned.
Wait, aren't you a charisma caster?
Intelligence.
What? No, intelligence. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you're not a warlock.
Yeah.
She's warlock-esque. Margie nods and goes, "All right then. I think that's business here done. Once again, we appreciate you taking care of Mizian for us. I'm gonna have a good time kicking his skull quite a bit. And I'll let Jas know that I'm quite satisfied with the outcome of this. The Fontaines, as per our agreement, are your allies at this moment forward. Now, I'm gonna go take care of my men and head back to the city. You know where to find us, but we're gonna come back for that, actually, you three, go take care of the big head, alright? Bring it back to the city, use the passage you know of. And you see, these three over here all, like, turn and start heading off, down the corridor.
Now, I guess, real quick, could I do a check to see, does it look like these three guys could actually carry that giant skull?
Yeah, make a perception check, I guess.
Sure. Sure.
I would say this is not really insight, this is just like gauging them.
Oh, it's a 9.
It's hard to tell. They're kind of like, they look like they're decently capable individuals. They look hurt, don't get me wrong, but it's not like they aren't strong enough necessarily. They may take some trouble getting him all the way out. After all, you realize that some of the corridors may be too small for Mizian's big-ass head, but which makes you wonder, how did he get here in the first place? But then you remember there was a void that was trying to take him and teleport him. So there seems to be like there might be a way to do so. Yeah, they can maybe do it.
Okay. Well, then I'll let them do it.
And I'll say Margie turns her head and says, "Hey, you make sure that that carbine is the Fontaine special is well taken care of. You know, I got that from a friend of mine, named Barry. He's a good pal of mine, but I haven't seen him some time. Whatever though, I can always get another one. These things ain't too difficult to grab."
Do you happen to know where I could find this Barry fellow? I mean, I know you said you haven't seen him in a while, but is there anywhere that he usually hangs out? In case
Last I heard, a guy like him, he had some kind of funky business about 15-something years... No, about 20 years ago, he had some kind of funky business. Soon after Gitten disappeared, I think. But, yeah, he came to me, started hung out with the family for a bit, before heading down to, Qualt. Candria, I think.
Oh, he's involved with Geerton. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, and also, you sound like you might know people. When he just kind of like walks over, like, non-threateningly, just wants to ask her a quick question. I'm looking for a family member. My brother. Have you heard of someone called Vindicus? At all? And does that name ring any bell to you? It's okay if it doesn't.
Let's find out. Vindicus, what do he look like?
When he just kind of describes his appearance pretty much as like a sort of elven looking man.
She goes, not too many elves in Norca, to be honest, but tell you what, as a favor, I can take a look around, scrounge up some info, get back to you about it.
Oh, that would be great. I appreciate that. I haven't seen him in a long time, and I don't even know if he's alive. But, family and all. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I can get that one. I haven't seen my own brother in forever, really. Don't know what the hell happened to the guy.
Oh, I could keep my eye out for him. What was his name? What did he look like?
Oh, Frankie? Yeah, Frankie Fontaine. He looked like, and she described Sephiroth.
Wait,
Yeah.
Hold on. What does that mean? Okay, is this... No, I ask because sometimes Josh likes to do some fun stuff, and sometimes it's actually Sephiroth.
Josh likes doing some fun stuff in this regard.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. That was me. Does he have a nickname at all? Anything else I might, acknowledge him by?
I'm not too sure, actually. It's been a hot second.
All right, that's fair. Well, I'll keep my eye out for Frankie. See what I could find about him.
All right, sound good. See you around, and she'll leave the catacombs along with her other members. Let's see. Wrong one. Right one. Boop. Okay.
When they leave, I'll whisper to Wendy, I think we could have taken them, but I'm glad we diffused the situation. Well, you diffused the situation.
Yeah, it's better to have friends than enemies, even if those friends are tenuous. At least it's not outright enemies, I suppose. We'll need as many quote-unquote allies as we can get. So, yeah. I appreciate you backing me up there.
I just kind of stood here. Maybe me being here was a little encouraging. Hopefully.
Yeah, not being alone is always a good thing. Are you okay otherwise though after the battle?
Oh yeah, I don't like I'm surprised because after the last few, I was expecting to kind of get hit a lot harder, but it seemed like he really wanted the rest of you really dead, like the whole time.
Yeah, I kind of got the point on that one. I definitely got the memo. I understood
So
that.
he did mention that there was like some weird thing that they needed me for, which again, why?
Yeah.
I don't even. I'm just trying.
Didn't you have that amulet, Pella?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about it when we got back into town. Now that we have a chance to hopefully cool off a bit. Though first and foremost, we should get everybody just home and sleeping or something. I don't think we should be here anymore.
Yeah, let's get out of here. But when we get back to our, I guess, wherever we're gonna sleep tonight, it's been a bit since I looked at that amulet last. I think I've learned some things. I could try to maybe get something out of it again.
Sure, I wouldn't mind.
All right. When you'll just kind of like walk out, I guess, back to everyone else.
You guys walk back to the group.
We.
As you guys return to the group, is there you guys? The rest of you would have watched as a few of the Fontaine family would have come in, like really struggling to pick up Mizian's giant ass bonehead and then like bring it out. But I would say the head at this point is gone. And you guys are alone in the exterior catacombs.
Alright. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah.
Wendy figured it out. We didn't piss them off too bad. Everything's still fine.
Yeah, we talked to them and it's okay now. But yeah, we apologize. I think we're all just kind of tired at this point. Is everyone else okay?
Okay as I can be. Mason messed up my body a lot back there. He shot that ray and almost took out a portion of my torso. But I'm okay.
Yeah, everyone looks like they're kind of missing parts of their torso right now. Maybe we should go get some proper medical attention.
You said it. I don't want to stay in here another minute, honestly.
How do we fix this? The missing flesh in parts.
Isn't that what you do? Isn't that your job?
To fix missing... Okay.
Well, I don't know. Is that... I mean, it feels like you've fixed worse.
I guess. I never lost parts of my body like this before. Ow.
Make a medicine check for me, June.
Medicine. 9.
And maybe nothing like a good night's sleep will do.
I'm missing an arm.
Just sleep it off.
Yeah, if you just sleep it off, it'll just regrow. So it's fine.
Yeah.
So we're like starfishes. Interesting. I didn't know that. Things just grow back.
Starfishes?
Yeah, if you cut off a... You know what? Never mind. It's okay. I'm tired. Let's go back.
Yeah, okay. gonna say we're just like humanoids. We just grow stuff back.
Are you guys gonna just head out of the catacombs entirely, or are you gonna look around a little bit?
Well, now I don't know. Give me.
I mean, Greg's at full health. Greg will take a look.
The darkness has been lit up with the blessing of Experior's light. His waters. The entire catacombs has lit up as well, so it's easier to see.
Yeah, Greg, if you'd like to look around a bit more, I'll come with you. And I can't do much, so I'm gonna stick close to you, and you'll defend me, okay? All right.
You got it.
So Grig and Isaac will head up. Over by the door here, you will see a few of the ghouls. Sorry, 1 second. Where did my ghouls go? There they are. You will see a few of the ghouls that look to have been burned to a crisp. And on the floor. And you see these 2 statues that appear to be in front of the door.
Is it a puzzle?
Ah.
Can I walk through the door?
Go, you can try it. Go for it.
I should probably investigate the area first. Can I investigate the statues before just walking into the door?
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Alright, I'm terrible at these.
Or
21.
21. 19 plus 9 plus 10. So you look at the statues here, and you definitely notice that there's something about them, but it's like almost... There's definitely some kind of magical aura about them. But as you're looking, and you see like an inscription, only those with the purest of hearts may walk the path. And there's just the door there.
The purest of hearts.
It sounds like you, Greg.
Oh, I was gonna... Oh.
You want to go through together?
Let's go together.
All right.
Door opens. Bing! And you go through.
Is that the official noise?
Bing! Yeah. That's it. It makes that noise exactly. Let me draw out this for you. Bing! And bing! That's also what happens when the darkness goes away. So you see what looks to be, as you walk inside, you see a treasure chest on what looks to be a marble pedestal. And then a brazier that is lit. Fan.
Okay. Do you think this belongs to someone?
I don't know. Oh, let's see. Is there any writing on it? Let's see.
Yeah, it looks like as you are checking it out, it does say at the bottom of the pedestal, "May this add wind to your sails."
Wind to your sails. Oh, that sounds kind of related to your granddad, right? He's a sailor, right?
It's right.
Maybe it's meant for you then.
Let's take a look. All right, I'm going to open.
The chest opens up, and inside, on red velvet, you see a very ornate fan, like a hand fan that has what looks to be symbols of wind etched upon it.
Any significance to those wind symbols, or?
Make me a Arcana check.
Oh, great.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh,
Sure.
what does that mean?
You get 1d4.
Oh. 1.
It's definitely magical, but you're unsure exactly what about it. You can spend the time to identify it later on, though. Or now,
Okay.
if you want to.
I mean, Isaac, can I take a second to identify this?
Yeah, I think we're safe, so take your time.
Alright, I'm gonna use identify.
You cast Identify, and after a certain amount of time, you identify this as a wind fan. While holding this fan,
Incredible.
you can use an action to cast Gust of Wind from it. Once used, the fan shouldn't be used again until the next dawn. Each time it is used again before then, it has a cumulative 20% chance of not working and turning into useless, non-magical patterns.
I convey that to Isaac.
Maybe if we get a boat, you could use that to push us around. Don't know if we're going on a boat soon, though.
It's right. It would be very helpful.
Cool. Maybe you can hold on to that. Or give it to your granddad when you find him. Maybe he'll like it.
Maybe he will. Or maybe he already knows. Gust of wind.
Gust of wind.
Is there anything else in here?
Is there
sorry. There is just a lit brazier, but doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
You see, I will say there are murals of what looks to be etchings and pictures of the fight and battle of the exterior army against the kings of that time as the rebellion is going onward. Very historical.
Wow. All right.
Where to next, my boys? As everyone else chilled for a bit.
You know what? I think Gust of Wind would have been very helpful for Mizian.
Yeah, thinking about it, I feel like it might have been nicer to go there first.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very interesting placement.
Shrugs. Over here,
And then
you see an open area with a treasure vault that seems to have been cleared out completely.
Completely?
Make an investigation check.
Oh.
I'll help you. I'll give you guidance.
Wait,
And I
how do you have a
can do-
+4 investigation but a +5 arcana? That makes zero sense.
I don't know what it is. It from the same stat?
Yeah. There's no way your investigation's a +4. Hold on, something must have been fucked.
It says I don't have a proficiency in it. I have half proficiency in Arcana.
Oh, yeah, would be why. Okay, yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense now.
Damn, a 13 and a 14.
Okay.
With a 14 and 13 looking around, seems pretty cleared out. Yeah, unfortunately, either the Syndicate got to it or the Fontaine family, it seems.
Alright.
Okay.
What a shame. There could have been some nice things in there.
Yeah, there could have been. Maybe it was already empty before we came in here. I'll feel better about it if I think about it that way. Bing, bing.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
going down
something-
here.
Is this a door right here?
Yeah. It leads downward. You open it up, and it seems to be leading towards a path that's glowing.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay.
And as you kind of go down the hallway, there's just more murals and paintings of like different battles from the rebellion.
Anything I can learn?
Make a history. Yes, I'll say no check needed. You learn more about the Quincy Experie's rebellion. And apparently, he had a few generals and people and leaders that he trusted as he kind of went down here. One seems to have been a powerful naval captain. One seems to have led a sort of guerrilla force into Norca, and there's just more depictions of these individuals and the battles that kind of went on ahead. Either way, it seems that whoever this Quincy Experia is a very important issue, and I say you would have probably learned it growing up. You would have heard about him with Quincy Rebellion, and that's the reason that Norca does not partake in slave trade any longer. As you go down here,
Wow.
you see a massive map surrounding a tomb that sits surrounded in water. There are what looks to be additional basins of water and a massive map of what looks to be Solaris.
Oh, cool.
You read the inscription. Are you checking out the map or the tomb?
Oh, tomb first.
You read the inscription, and it says, This is the grave of Millie Tinkerton, naval captain of the rebellion. Her natural affinity to water gave her a win in the naval battle against the might of the Norkin force, much like her ancestor, Grunch Fisherson, first mate of the Baron's crew.
Did I read this too, or was this
you can read this too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Greg, is this your grandma?
Oh my god, Millie Fisherson! I heard stories, but I had no clue.
Who is she, Greg? She must be related to you, right?
I honestly have no clue. Is there a family relation check I can make? A history check for my family?
Make a history check. But you know that your parents probably haven't told you about this. And your grandfather is your grandfather. So go ahead and make me a history check.
Guidance.
So roll a d4 and add to that.
16.
16. With a 16, you're fairly confident that your parents probably have no idea about this. Your grandfather probably does, and there may be a connection between that and his affinity with the Baron, or your affinity with the Baron in the waters. As you're looking at this, the affinity to water definitely makes sense in a historical aspect. Fisherson is also a common name, Tinkerton as well. But there's a good chance. Yeah. You feel like there's a good chance.
Isaac! Yeah. I have no clue who these people are!
You know what? Her name's not Greg, right? So I don't think she's actually related to you.
There's always a chance.
It might be a stranger. You know what they say, when there's strangers, there's danger. So we don't talk to them.
It's right. But I mean, in Portugal we used to say, strangers are bitter for everyone.
What exactly does that mean? That strangers are better for everyone?
Well, I mean, we're a trading village, so, anytime there's someone new, there's a chance for more trade.
Oh, okay. I kind of see what you mean. People bring in money. Yeah, we didn't really get many visitors back in Maple Grove, so I wouldn't really know. Let's see. It's kind of too much of a small town for traders or people to come through.
I see. Such a weird thought that strangers are dangerous.
Yeah, that's what they usually told people. Like, if there were strangers, usually kids would just kind of go inside for the day. Because you never know if there's someone weird out there. Thankfully, no one really ever seemed to be that weird. Maybe someone has a weapon or something is gonna be a ghoul coming to abduct you or something, or
goodness,
an undead vampire or a dragon. There's all sorts of crazy creatures out there.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel less crazy after fighting Mizian, but yeah, I know it's definitely crazy. I guess Mizian would be a stranger. I already knew about him, so I guess he's not completely a stranger. Am I thinking too hard about this script?
just a tad.
Okay. What's with
Is there anything significant about the map? Any...
It looks to be a recreation of the first map ever drawn of Solaris. And it seems to be more of a religious sort of thing than an actual usable map.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see.
There are more pathways as well.
More pathways? Oh, that we haven't gone to.
Yeah, there's this one over here. There's one here.
Yes, that was going to be my next one.
Alrighty. You guys go in. Grig far. Too far, Grig. Nope. Bad. There you go.
Oh, I see.
You guys head on down. And
It's
you
just so dark in
find
here. Yeah.
you find what looks to be a command center of sorts, and you see a bunch of syndicate members scattered about.
Oh my goodness.
You may make an investigation check if you wish.
Okay, yeah.
Guidance.
Is
Plus
guidance
D4.
just like something you can do, or
It's
like
a cantrip,
is it
yeah.
Yep. Thankfully, I gave it to you.
Wow. I got a 21.
21. Isaac, you're looking around. There's various different kinds of equipment and machinery. There looks to be like ballistas, cannons, a bunch of weapons on the hall, as well as like a quick-made dummy thing. This looks to be like definitely a command room, and you see a map of what looks to be the planned invasion of Norca, and you see a map of Inocio there, as well as like the route they're planning to take directly to the Wolven Storm to take the hammer away. And you see it says there's notes. You notice that there's notes around that says stealthy option, likely best option. We will poison, and take the hammer, unbeknownst to anyone else. So this was definitely going to be a quiet invasion more than anything else. It seems the undead army was more of a worst case scenario, or maybe it seems like, and actually there's probably notes here that mention what Mizian's plan was. Part of this was getting the hammer, and part of this was also Mizian perfecting the formula of a negative etheric energy to resurrect and mutate undead creatures to more powerful forms. And it seems that this cemetery had like potential for Mizian to perfect this, and it seems like he eventually got it to the perfected form, and that's what you guys end up fighting. But as you're looking around and like inspecting these bodies, you find 55 gold pieces, as well as a vial of some kind of poison.
Ooh. I bet Wendy would love to investigate this.
Yeah, she's been using potions a lot lately, so I think Wendy's the right person. Ugh. Do you want to take that thing you found with us? Maybe someone asks us for proof. We have like proof that the syndicate's been up to things. If we had that,
It is a fantastic idea.
What do you guys do?
Like notes, right? Like the papers.
Yeah, there's papers here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the papers just in case as proof.
Alrighty.
And these people on the floor, they don't have anything, or
Yeah, they have 55 gold and various weapons
that's
and the poison.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is a werewolf too.
he's just a werewolf. He's just a werewolf over here. Okay.
All right. Wow, what an interesting room.
And then the only other thing you haven't explored is where the ghouls were originally.
Yes.
Oh, the long hallway.
Yeah, the two
Both
long
ways, right?
hallways.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me
Up
just
or
open
down,
this.
Isaac?
Down.
You guys get over here.
Oh.
Find a long hallway. Just a bunch of corpses of those ghouls just around, it looks like. Probably the syndicate guy, the Fontaine guys have been killing them. And you find tombs.
Yeah.
A lot of which have been opened up, and a lot of bones kind of in and around it.
Damn. All these poor corpses just reanimated. Brought
Yeah.
back from their slumber.
I feel like that'd be a pretty big pain, honestly.
Seems to be the same thing in here as well.
I'll cast a divine sense in here. Just kind of curious. Let's see.
There is a
Slash.
there's a faint undead presence, but you're unsure as to where.
Okay. So faint general undead presence. Okay.
Yikes.
I'll chalk it up to the effects of resurrection. Let's see. Move on.
And then same thing here.
Okay.
And I
It seems like there were more. You seems like make an investigation check.
Guidance.
I was waiting for it. Oh, not even necessary. Not 20.
Roll it. Full number. Yeah.
27.
27. As you're looking upon these tombstones here, these rather coffins, these stone coffins, a lot of which have been opened up, bones kind of like taken out here and there. You also notice that there are scratch marks around here in the room, and it's probably likely where the ghouls had been around or resurrected were probably in this room here. Or rather, these catacombs here. And as you're looking around, it seems like either the Syndicate or the Fontaine family kind of going through here has picked whatever of use has been common and clean, but you look into one of the tombs of the caskets here, and you find, like, kind of hidden away underneath a bit of cloth, there is a very beautiful diamond ring.
Ooh. I don't know if we should take it, though. I don't necessarily consider myself a grave robber.
Yeah, that's up to you. The guy we were talking to earlier, Mero, was the one watching over the graves, so it seems the ghouls have been gone, and I think they moved on, so it's up to you. I think it's fine either way.
Ah, so you're suggesting the possession is no longer of the people who are in here. Wink. That was meant to be like an actual wink.
I blink with both eyes.
All right, I see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna take the ring.
Okay.
It comes in cycles, Craig. The dead move on, and then whoever's alive, it's their world right now.
So you take
they'll
the
be
ring,
reborn somewhere else.
You take the ring and you start inspecting it a bit. Nothing happens. But you look at it, and it looks like there's some arcane runes inscribed upon it.
Hey, Isaac?
Yeah.
What happens if this one's cursed like the book?
Oh, maybe you should... Can you check it out? We can spend some time in here if you want.
Can I use Identify? Okay.
Yeah. As you identify it, this diamond beautiful ring, you identify as a ring of water walking.
Ooh!
While wearing this ring, you can stand and move across any liquid surface as if it were solid ground.
Is that something that you would have to attune to, or...?
Nope.
Water walking. Add to equipment. Oh, oops, I should add it to my backpack. Ring of water walking to backpack. Isaac, it's a ring of water walking!
Oh, that's great. Okay. Imagine you're out on some lake and you cast your big wave move and you crush things while you're just standing there. That would be really cool. A very thematic way to meet. Your granddad's there, he's on his boat, and you're there walking up to him on the water, like... You should hold on to that.
That sounds real cool. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. What an incredible tomb.
I'm already forgetting about Missian. Let's see. It's a long distant memory.
I'll say with this, you guys find the last real thing in this catacomb.
Oh, okay. Teleport.
Oh.
Yeah, the other side is effectively the same thing.
Is everyone still waiting there, or did we like not decide that?
You guys tell me. What's everyone doing while the goofballs here are checking out the rest of the catacomb?
I'm just hanging out with Abel.
You see Abel's entirely like just shell shocked, like going, "Oh like he just died. He's been tortured and has just died." And you see him just being like almost disassociating. The object of his like once you stopped him from killing Margie, he kind of is going. That sort of like rage has subsided for now. It looks like, and he's just there, looking around. So June. Oh yeah, what's up, Wendy?
Oh no, sorry. Like, I thought you guys were done. Like, I'll let June do whatever she needs to do first, and then I'll go.
Abel goes, so June, do you really think we can trust these people?
Fontaine?
Yeah.
I don't know them personally, but I mean, I think we just have to hope we can for now.
All right. I guess so. He sits down on the ground, just like splayed out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He's like completely healed with all the healing, but is just mentally gone.
Yeah.
What's up, Wendy?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to like inspect this water, see if like it might be useful for potions potentially.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
All right. Oh, I only got a 15.
15 is still pretty good. This is considered holy water, so yeah. Anything that would necessitate some kind of holy power may come in handy.
Let me check my inventory. Do I look a water skin? I thought I had something like that.
You probably have I'll say you probably have like 5 additional vials just from your alchemy kit.
Okay, I'll fill up all 5 with the potions. I do have a water skin too, but I'll just fill up the potion.
Okay. Yeah, easily you can get 5 doses of holy water in your vials.
All right, so is that like an item or just like create a manual one? Let me see.
I think there is an item called holy water.
Oh yeah, holy water flask. Okay, cool. Perfect. I got 5 of those. Thank you. All right, that's it. That's all Wendy needs to do.
All right, is the group heading back out now?
Let's do it.
Okay. You guys head out back to Rhymefrost Graveyard. And as you leave, it is getting closer to late afternoon at this point. You see the sun starting to set. And you see the sounds of... You hear the sound of squelching as you see various soldiers walking through the graveyard, stabbing into a lot more of the undead here. Mutated zombies and skeletons, just kind of like stabbing them out, putting them back into their graves. And as you guys walk out, let me see here. As you guys walk out, you are first greeted by these hulking, lumbering footsteps as Harshnag and Maple come up to you. You see that Harshnag has suffered a lot of wounds around his body. Maple seems to have suffered her fair deal as well, but nothing that a good night's sleep can't take care of. And Maple kind of goes, well, I think that his job is done. Are you guys good to go as well? Everything good with you?
Yeah, you could say that. It's been a long day. I think we're just gonna head out. Is there anything you needed? Sorry. Thank you for first and foremost for your help.
Oh, it sometimes is like that. We have to help each other out on occasion. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Sleep well and tight. It seems that the guards guys over there, that one over there, and she points over to Raphinon, has something she wants to say to you, as a sort of thanks or something like that. But you can, if we can still help us out with the dragon, you can meet us in the Northern Falls. We will wait for, ideally any time within the next month or 2. The dragon is still currently hibernating, and we want to get him while he is doing so. Any later, and we'll have to just take care of it ourselves. But we do hope that you will join us for that.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, we made an agreement. I wouldn't go back on that.
Good. She takes her hand out. You guys are like the same height. And she just sticks her hand out like for a handshake.
Yeah, I go in for it.
You shake her hand, and she says, "Goodbye." And Harshnag picks her up, puts her on his shoulder, and they start walking off out of the graveyard. You see the fucking the fucking elves, the Eladrin team, the siblings. You see the spring one, the most annoying one, is being held in the hands of the summer one who sustained heavy wounds, and the spring one is just limp in the arms of the summer one. You see the other two Eladrins also kind of heavily wounded. One of them seems to be missing an arm, just like stumbling out of the cemetery, not even paying attention to anything else that's happening. They're just going out of the cemetery with the job done. And then Raphanon comes up to you guys as you're walking through. He goes, "I can't believe it. What you told me was true. There really was an undead presence within the city. I'm incredibly grateful for your assistance. We've lost some good men, but we managed to protect the city from this threat. It sounds like any threat within the catacombs itself has also been neutralized." And he kind of like looks around at the absolute status of all of you.
Yeah. Neutralized is a good way to put it. We've walked around and there's nothing left. It's clean.
He fully believes you and goes, I wish there was, you know what? No. I will ensure that the city is aware of what you've done and make your names known throughout from what you've done here. I will personally make sure the king hears of this.
Oh, the king?
What? I do have to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Have you seen a tanned half-elf around here? He goes by the name Macro Marrow. He's supposed to be the headkeeper of the graveyard.
Oh, that's really convenient, because that was literally what I was about to say, is that he's apparently... he wants to eliminate death. So he was kind of allied with Mizian, actually. So if he ever comes back, he's kind of wacko.
He seeks to stop destined death. Interesting. Oh, but that is truly unfortunate news. You said he was allied with the entities doing this. What did you say this faction was?
Yeah. It's hard to, because it seems like it's a lot of different factions, and anyone else can chime in if I'm missing anything. But it's the Syndicate is part of it. He was kind of this big undead skull thing with an undead army, though it ended up being more of a less. Well, no, I'd call it an army. That's probably an army, right? And then there is and she does stop to think before she starts throwing other big names out.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far, like, do you mind if I talk to... Because there's a lot of... We're really frazzled, there's a lot of details. Do you mind, before we give you, like, a full debrief, if I talk to my team members to make sure we're not... we've got everything together?
He nods and says, "By all means, my men and I will finish up here. You can just find us around." And he'll walk off.
Thank you. And I'll turn back to the party. So, I wasn't sure. So we know, obviously, the Syndicate is a known, like, bad entity. But with, like, someone like Zetano, he runs an international organization that isn't known for being criminal. If we put that name out there as a criminal organization, what happens?
Maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, if Zetano is the leader of this organization, then it's probably a corrupt organization. And maybe not everyone in it is bad, but maybe it needs attention.
I'm worried that if he's forced to shut down, whatever he's got planned for my siblings will accelerate. I don't know what.
Okay.
I don't know if he says that he needs us. He went so far as to make a deal with some demonic being to keep, my group together. If he can't, if that group falls apart because the company falls apart, then what use are my siblings to him anymore?
I understand. I think in this case, we can only just say what we know so far. We don't have to give the names of everything, because there's a lot we don't know. We could just say it's the syndicate, as everyone that's involved, right? Everyone is tied to the syndicate. This is the organization causing the problems. Some mysterious connection of people and Zetno. We don't have to give all the details yet, if it might put your siblings in danger.
That's kind of... I don't know. I don't know what he would do. If he would lash out, he keeps a very close eye. He kept a very close eye on us. And sorry, I'm beating a dead horse. Yeah, I'm just worried about the consequences of that.
Yeah, if given the option, I don't want anything bad to happen to your siblings either. So we don't have to say that. We don't have to disclose that much. Not until we know more, until we know we have an upper hand against him.
So with that in mind, there are I don't know who all was involved with an official organization. I think something might have been mentioned about the Eulagon guy being part of something, but I don't know if I was if I know the details of that.
I remember when June was recounting the events, it seemed like Master Eulagon was the one kind of mediating this group of people. Almost like a boss.
They call him Master, which is...
Yeah, it sounds like a boss. But there's still a lot we don't know. Yeah. We don't know like how Eulagon relates to the rest of them. We know about their ties to the werewolves, but we don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah, I can give the name of the werewolf organization. Because they're already known as kind of a, I guess, splinter group. They're considered extremists even amongst those with, with abilities.
You're right.
Well,
yeah.
They're for sure trying to do something freaking insane.
Yeah, we could mention them. We could mention everyone but Zetno for now. And it's not like we can't mention him later. We could just avoid that for now until there's more information, or we know that we can keep your siblings safe.
Thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate that. So I guess with that, is there anything else? The spring sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Did he look dead or just unconscious?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, I am quite good at medicine.
Guidance.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay. Oh, guidance on I already did on Pala, so it's
Well, hey, what do you know? I am pretty good at medicine. Oh, that's a 22.
He looked fine. Or dead.
He looks dead.
Oh.
To who of us?
June looks like what June said is like, yeah, he looks fine. Pal, you're like, he's not breathing.
Ah, okay. Looks like not everyone made it out. I hope I guess I hope he was laughing until the end. You know, that seems like a poetic way to go out.
You want to ask?
I mean, is there anything we can do about it?
I mean, we can ask them what they want or what they,
I mean, they.
I don't know if we can do anything about that because it's been quite a while. I'm guessing that he's been dead.
If you want to try to help them in some way, I mean, I'm behind you, but we made an agreement.
It's true. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to talk. I mean, I'll go talk, and I'll go up to the season's greetings.
Sure, and I'll follow behind her.
You guys catch up to them. They're like hobbling out of the graveyard, very, very wounded. It looks like they got a full brunt of some kind of ambush or something like that. And you see the Summer One turns and looks at you with his dead brother's body in his hand, and he would just a grimace on his face, and he just waits for you to speak.
I'm sorry for your loss.
He nods.
I know we had an agreement, but is there anything we could do?
Thanks for a moment. He goes, "My siblings and I are going to return back to the homeland. There we will rest and recuperate. We've heard tale of a way to bring back our fallen brother, involving a journey within the Feywilds, where we are from. If you wish to help, you may help us partake within this journey."
Okay. And when will you be going?
You will be heading back on the morrow. If you truly
Right.
wish to help us, you need but ask the proprietor of Tyvan's Rest. They will send you towards us.
Okay. Okay. We will. I look at Paula. We'll see.
Yeah, let's talk it over with people first.
Right. And I nod and walk away. Walk back to the group.
They leave the graveyard.
Okay. Well, assuming we have nothing else going on, we could help them with that.
What's up, June?
Oh, they're going to take the season's greetings are going back to the Feywild, and they said if we wanted to help, we can help them resurrect their brother.
In
if
the
we have-
Feywild. In the Feywild.
Yeah.
You guys want to go back to sleep for now? I think that's really interesting. We could talk about it in the morning.
I think we should probably go to sleep.
Yeah.
At this point, Jas comes over to you. He has stealthed his way through this graveyard like a motherfucker. And he kind of comes up and like almost surprises all of you. As he said,
Ah, Jesus Christ. Who is that? I don't know why I said that.
"It's a quad thing. So, I heard from Margie. Mizian's dead. Gone and forever. Yes, I saw the skull. I just want to reaffirm with all of you that I was not misseeing. The bastard's dead."
Yeah, we did it.
Right.
Abel is not in a good spot. You should probably look after him for the next while.
He looks over to Abel. He looks back to you. Lad's seen quite a bit, hasn't he?
He almost died. Well, he did die, I think, twice. It was kind of touch and go. It, I thought I'd been through hell the last few weeks.
The mere fact that he's up and about, regardless, despite all of that, despite being captured by the Syndicate. Well, that's quite something else. I'll talk to him. Either way, we should probably. It seems as if things are wrapping up here. June, we should talk about next steps. It's with the Fontaine family. Back within their power, I highly doubt that the Syndicate will try this maneuver anytime soon, especially with the loss of one of their generals. That being said, they'll probably set their eyes on the next target. Most likely the rampant oasis down in Qualt, in Handria.
Okay. In Qualt, okay.
I'm gonna send Abel down there to make contact.
Sure?
He'll figure it out. He's a tough lad.
Okay.
I'll send Abel down. He'll I think it'd be best if, and he sees he talks to Abel directly. I think it'd be best if you were to go make contact with these individuals and see what you can glean based on what they are, what they do, and any sort of movement on the Syndicate's part. And Abel nods. Yeah, fuck these guys. I'll take care of it.
Are you sure you're okay to do this by yourself?
He looks at you dead in the eyes. It's not a matter if I can. The only thing that matters is that I will.
I can see the determination and like the fire inside of him. Okay, take this with you, and I give him the toy crow that I have that can turn into a real crow and be used as a messenger thing, as a just keep that with you. That's just pretend it's me or something.
He takes it, and for a moment as he looks at it, you can see the determination fade away for a bit as he almost breaks out a tear and shakes his head and looks back at you. I'll keep it safe, June. Thank you very much. Tucks it away.
Good, because I want it back later, so you have to see me later.
He gives a soft chuckle. Alright. Jas continues. He goes, as for me, it seems like we're missing a bit of information about these relics and the abyssal gods. These pillars, anyways. I'll be around, probably traveling all over Solaris, figuring out what information I can find, and I'll relay it back to you. Either way, this was a fantastic first step. Securing the Fontaine family will help for our eventual invasion and undertaking of the Syndicate. With that in mind, keep doing what you're doing, June. Whatever you're doing is fucking working. I leave what you do up to you. Good job, kid.
Yeah.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and it's very reassuring. He looks at you, and you can see he has like these eyes of deep respect as he looks into you. You're becoming more like your father every day. And he takes his hand off and starts to walk off. Stealth off. Because that's the only thing Jas knows how to do.
I'm imagining he just crouches like in Skyrim.
That's exactly what it is. He hides behind one of the graves, looks around. There's no one around but you guys. You can clearly see him. And then he just kind of like stumbles, rolls up to the next one, and just keeps going.
Okay.
Skyrim crouching the entire way.
Was someone just here just now?
Yeah,
Sounded
the
like
eye
the
I
wind.
had.
It just vanishes so quickly.
Wind's howling.
Okay, so let's go get some sleep.
For sure.
As you guys exit the graveyard, Raphanom is still around if you want to speak to him again. Otherwise, you can just go.
Oh, yeah. I'll give him a quick brief down low on everyone except Zetano, as members of this organization that are at large.
He's writing everything down that you're saying to him. He seems to have a very intense business and almost a glint of revenge in his eyes as he looks over to his dead men, and a sense of duty to the city of Norca, this attempted attack of it, or his perceived attempted attack of it. And he goes and says, "I will relay this to the king, but besides everything here in this graveyard, is there anything else that can act as proof, or anything we can use to investigate this further? If what you say is true." Which...
Did we hear this?
Yeah, I would say you guys are around.
I kind of go over to Greg. Hey, Greg, do you want to pass on that map to Sergeant Rathano? The plans?
Yes. It would be a great idea.
You give it to Sergeant Raphanom. He takes it, looks it over. This is good information to have. If there's anything else, I would ask that we can take it for evidence as well. But this is also good. I will relay this to the higher ups. I'll make sure the king hears of this. He looks to you, Paula, as you're about to say something.
Yeah, could I do some kind of check to perhaps remember if there's something on our person currently that I'm not thinking of that we could give him?
Yeah, make me just a raw intelligence check.
I'm so glad I wore
The headband.
my circlet today. Just raw intelligence.
I'll also allow this to be an insight check, I think.
Oh, well, that's a 9.
It's kind of hard to say exactly what you may have that can be a direct link to the Syndicate or something like that. Outside of say a symbol of the Syndicate that you may have been able to glean off of one of the many corpses. Besides that, however, I don't think.
Oh, we do have. I do remember we do have that idol, the cursed idol.
The obsidian obelisk?
The abyssal. It was the whatever I used to. Yeah. Yes. It's not relevant to this particular attack. It wasn't used in this one. But
so that idol, if you'll remember, was you found it off of Manticore's lair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are aware of the Abyssal Gods in general kind of being involved in this somehow, not as an antagonist, but as a potential victim, almost. I would say you could definitely give it to him, but he takes it and looks at it.
I would show it, and more with a side note of, it seems like they're targeting individuals who worship these abyssal gods. I don't know if they're not the perpetrators of this. They're more kind of we kind of have our goals are aligned kind of thing. So, if you see people who, involved almost like in a cultist kind of way, they're likely targets for assimilation into this group.
Hala, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh, guidance, guys.
Guidance.
So he's listening. Oh shit!
That's a nat 20, baby. Let's
Roll
get that
your D4,
guidance.
yeah.
That's a 25.
Yeah.
25. You see Sergeant Raphanon, his eyes open up. He goes, Those who worship the abyssal gods are a target of these entities. The Syndicate. He looks down as if, like, it's like a person, a group that he's believed to be a bad group overall, just in general. Like, if you say, like, oh, I believe in one of the abyssal gods or something like that, we would more immediately make you a fucking outcast, or just even like a threat to society, and you may just get even punished for it. And he kind of looks and goes, it's like his worldview has been shifted a bit as he starts thinking like, huh, I will relay that information as well. This may be a bit above my pay grade, but I will disseminate this information amongst everyone else. Thank you for letting me know this. That is important information.
For sure. Thank you for hearing us out. It's been nice to have someone just kind of be invested in the thing we're also invested in. We've been going at it alone for a while.
Well, hopefully not too much longer. He nods, and he looks over to a surviving group of the Grey Wardens. He goes, "Men, you stay here, clean up the graveyard. We'll head back to town, relay what we know, and we'll send support down." And he looks over to you. Why don't we escort you back to town? I think it's the least we can do right now.
All right. Sure. Any objections? And I turn to the party.
Thank you.
Hey,
Sergeant. Oh, hi.
I was dropping in.
Hi.
I'm not home at the moment, but I just wanted to check in real quick and see if I could give any direction.
You guys managed to smooth over things with the lady, with Margie.
Excellent.
Finished exploring the rest of the catacombs and coming out of the catacombs. Well, Greg had some lore about his family and stuff like that, but outside of that, your allies have successfully driven off the rest of the undead. There's an option to go to the Feywild to resurrect one of the Eladrin siblings. And you guys are currently telling Raphinam about everything that's going on, and he seems to be very receptive to the information. But overall, good stuff.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna hang around for a little bit, but I'm gonna get off soon to head back home. Hopefully I can be on later.
Sounds good,
Sorry,
buddy.
guys.
Yeah, no worries, man. These things happen.
Yeah, it's all good.
So, Sergeant, you guys head back to the town. Sergeant Raphinon and some of the Grey Wardens kind of like give you a salute before helping you march back to the town. A lot of them seem to regard you as some kind of hero or something like that. At least they have a lot of respect about you. And they look to a lot of them look to each other. A lot of them are clearly upset about their own fallen. But you guys head back to town. Sergeant Raphinon and his men enter within, back to the Iron Battalion. You guys are escorted by a few more guards to Tyvan's Rest, as it is now turning nighttime. Is there anything you guys would like to do before heading to bed?
The only thing I'm gonna do is meditate in my room before I pass out. That's it.
Alright. With this, you guys have completed and stopped Mizian's invasion. And because you have sided with the Fontaine family, their discretion seems to have made it so any potential Syndicate agents that would have made it out and reported back as to what has happened has not been able to do so. You feel like the chances the Syndicate and Zedano learning about what you have been doing are much lower than they normally would have been. You do have the option to continue to be under the radar, so to speak. Especially because it seems that Broadbent has not said anything about what has happened. Doing so will mean that you will be asking Sergeant Raphinon not to report your names as the people who have helped and stopped this. Just remain anonymous.
Okay.
But this means that you would not be receiving any additional support or any sort of help in this matter.
Okay, so we get hailed a hero and everyone wants to help us, or well, everyone's a strong word, or we ask that our names be erased from the annals of history so that we can be more secretive.
Basically the option here is, do you guys want to continue trying to be as under the radar of the syndicate's ire as possible, or are you willing to risk being potential targets in order to glean additional help and information for your cause?
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, what's the play?
Well,
Some of us are already revealed, right? A couple of us are, like for Gain. I can't remember the full list of everyone, but we have it somewhere. So
yeah, I know. I have been revealed because it was anyone who got close to
Asgul. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been me. I think
Wendy, Pala, Gain.
Wendy, Pala, Gain.
okay.
Okay.
I would argue that we can always come clean later, but once it's out there forever.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like, there's only 3 of us that they are more, acutely aware of versus the entire party. I'm not sure how those statistics are going to work out in the long run, but also Marco made a good point about like, we can always choose to have this published later, but once we publish it, once we make it a known thing, you can't retract that.
I would far prefer to have it public now, to be honest. I would like more support available for this, and I feel like if we have more leverage, we can talk to more people easier because people know about us.
Do we have a concept of how much more support we'd actually get?
You would have this would give you a conference with the King of Norca, of the Norca, the entire continent.
Okay,
or the entire country, rather.
I mean, like, couldn't we do that without having it be made public? Can't we just tell the king, like, discreetly, directly? Can we choose who, knows about this?
There's a
Instead
chance.
Of just telling it to everyone.
You could try that avenue if you would like.
I feel like it would make more sense, like, for us, like, we don't need every Tom, Dick, and Harry to know what we did, the barber shop or the flour mill guy, but if there's, like, a way, like, a secret, like, very, like, narrow bandwidth way of telling select people that we did it and get audiences with them, I think that would probably be, in my opinion, preferred.
Greg and June, what do you guys think?
I think getting additional support now would probably be beneficial. And if we're going to be targets anyways, it's better that, I don't know.
You don't have to have a thought, just asking just in case. Yeah.
I just have no clue what, once all our names are out there, what would they even think? Would they know who we are at all? Other than them sending out people to hunt us down or whatever, do you think we can handle that?
And then, like, what if they try to go after, like, friends or family, I mean, like Wendy doesn't have anyone, but I don't know about everyone else. Like, Pala might be concerned with the safety of her friends or family. June might be. I know you're already tied up with the syndicate a little bit, but,
if they're going after my friends and my family, then that would be really funny. But,
yeah.
Yeah, the only people who would be revealed would be Craig, June, and I. Pala and Gain and Wendy are already revealed.
Well,
right?
Yep.
It's not just about being revealed. So far, they don't think that what we did was intentional. As far as they know, we just kind of got wrapped up in a thing that they were involved in. But if we get revealed for this one too, they will for sure know that we're gunning for them.
Okay, I see. I retract my
it's
statement.
good to avoid any.
Now,
I think it would be good to stay.
I have a question. Now, the people who are already known, right? What if they're the ones that just stay known? There's no way to separate, half and half? Like, we just remain anonymous? And then the
Well,
people that are known are...
That's the same thing though, because if it's like if they saw Powell, they saw me the first time show up to this thing, and they're like, okay, well that's a weird coincidence, but whatever. This time they'd be like, okay, well Paula and whoever she's with is now for sure trying to take us down. We need to get rid of them. So it doesn't matter if you guys who haven't been seen stay unseen. They're going to be going for me. So the other option though is I've been doing my best to stay disguised when out in public. It's, we could... They don't know what you guys look like. So if those of us who are known were to go under alternate names perhaps, or alternate appearances maybe,
What if
we might be able to get the benefits of being known around here without having to let them know that we're who we are.
we just need one person to be known, or name has to be published to get any renown, right? So why don't we just have Grieg in the paper? I mean, his granddad's everywhere.
Well, hold on. I don't think him or his family need any more notoriety.
Oh
Apparently
my
just-
goodness! That's
Look,
a fantastic idea,
That is
June!
a fantastic
Let's do it!
idea.
It's
I
not the
agree.
fantastic. No, every time his name has been mentioned, people get pissed off. All right, we shouldn't be shouting his name to the
Sure,
heavens.
it's a double-edged sword and a triple-edged whatever. But if Grieg is out there and he's looking for his granddad, and his granddad sees that Grieg is doing this crazy stuff, his granddad might also just come up, which would also be a win for Grieg. And we'll deal with whatever, but we can all stay under the radar. It's fine.
I think if one of us comes above the radar, though, then the rest of us, just by association, are going to get pulled up too. I don't think we can just pick one of us, because we're a group. We're, like, the bad benefits is a collective. If one of us is part of it, then the rest of us is going to get pulled down with it too.
We are established.
So I don't think there's a way we can selectively pick some of us to get notarized and some of us not to, because it'll lead to the rest of us anyway. So I think our options are either we come out fully, we stay in secret, or we see if there's a way to just get audiences with people, but we would at that point mitigate a lot of the major benefits, except for like very high priority figures, like the King of Norca, but we'd lose out on mid-sized support. So
Well, I think the King of Norca's already, I've already met him.
What?
Yeah, he gave me a stone to contact him at one point. I kind of, that flew out the window though. I kind of used it as soon as I got it. But if we want to speak to him, we could always just go to him. I could say I've got some Grieg information.
That was really funny, actually, when he did that.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking particularly just about the king. I just thought that if there was a public eye on us, we know wherever we went, we would have easier access to resources and money and materials, and that we need to get things done. So like, if we need to get
Not a bad idea, but I
Yeah,
sure hope
but
this
we don't
doesn't turn
have
to some
more
kind of
friction with-
civil war.
Yeah, I think it's a double-edged sword. We'd have easier times with some people who are already more prone to be on our side, but then we'd have a lot more friction with people who are leaning or on the side of the syndicate, and there would be a lot more. It would be easier for them to try to identify us and track us down at this point. So, we'll run into more friction as well. It'll be easier, but also run into more friction. I think the net positive will be 0 in terms of making our lives easier. It just depends on how much we want to swing the pendulum. Do we want big swings in either direction, or do you want to keep little swings in either direction? Because either way, I think the net is going to be 0. But I'm not saying it necessarily is a zero-sum game.
Okay, so the options are we either go full public and then they know all of us and then they do whatever, or we just keep it under the radar and keep doing what we're doing. Okay, so
I think it's 6.5 dozen in the other. Like, it's going to be the same net benefit to us either way. It just depends on how we want to, strategize here.
sure, the same net benefit, we just now we're going with, do we want more help or do we want to just remain how we are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think if we can answer that question, then we can make a decision.
okay. I guess what type of help do we need?
I mean, there's all sorts of things. Say we're snooping around somewhere and we're investigating a location, and they question what we're doing there. We have a much more leverage when we, give out our names and who we are. Maybe we can get aid in unexpected places. I'm saying that there's a lot of non-obvious benefits to being public. There are a lot of people in Solaris who wouldn't want to, who would want someone to help them. People
Right.
in Solaris probably want someone to protect them. And if they have identities to revolve that around, it might make them easier to rally, easier to network people together across countries if they have some common people that don't belong to anywhere,
Yeah.
None of us really have like a kingdom or anywhere that we're truly aligned with. We're all kind of roamers, right? So
Yes.
we're easier if we're public for people to get along with us. That's my angle, is that we can connect people in a way that not a lot of other people can due to the nature of our group. And if we go public, if we rise as some sort of anti-symbol and make this, make our fight against the syndicate obvious, maybe that'll make some people join that wouldn't have joined otherwise.
Right. Right.
That's true. And also to just put weight on the other side as well. There are unseen benefits. There are non-visible benefits that we will get from going public, but there's also probably a lot of unseen consequences that will arise as us going public that we can't consider right now. That could be detrimental to us later. It's that, like, my opinion is, it's I don't think it's a very clear cut. Going one way is going to be 100% the right move. I think there's two options here. It's a fork in the road. I don't think either one is the right decision. I think it just depends on, in the moment, what we're leaning towards, what we think we'd want to optimize for, notoriety or secrecy. But I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. I think I'd weight them equally. I think we should just decide if we want notoriety or secrecy and which one we're better at leveraging.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if we're necessarily been really good at leveraging secrecy. So the more I think about it, we haven't been really the best at being clandestine. So maybe I might lean with what Isaac's saying here.
I would definitely agree that none of them are the right answer, because we don't know which one will be in our best interest until everything happens in the future. It's difficult to know, so do we want to pursue this route of behavior or the other route? And yeah, I think you've summed it up perfectly, Wendy. It's just, which one do we want to do?
I think we can just go public. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's just most of our names, and I mean, how would they know that we're associated? I mean, our group name is the Bad Benefits, but does everyone know who's in the Bad Benefits? Is our name all listed somewhere?
I think they'll probably have our names.
Yeah,
But
if we're a big enough problem to them, they'll figure out who we are. We can't assume that they're that incompetent. So, but I think I agree. I think now that I've talked it through some more, I think I'm probably leaning towards what Isaac said, because based off of our past experiences, haven't been the best at being secret about things. So might as well just go all in the, just get support and be public. But I'll stop talking because I've talked enough at this point.
I have one concern, though, and go back to what Palace said earlier. This confirms the people that have already been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
If Zetno knows about this, right, and knows that you're actively moving Pala, is that going to put your siblings in any danger?
That's what I was thinking. I appreciate you all have, you all kind of have your own relationship with what's going on, but he basically has hostages if he wants them. If he threatens them, what am I supposed to do?
So
I've enjoyed working with you guys. It's been I won't say a wonderful couple of months because a lot of terrible things have happened, but it's been a net positive, I think. But if tomorrow I find out that they're in danger and I need to move, I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we?
Yeah. Sorry, Jim.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, why don't we disband as a group, and then that way we're not tied to each other.
Oh no, I'd rather stick with you guys for the remainder of whatever we go through.
Oh no,
But,
we still stick together. We just remove the group title.
So we announce ourselves as bad benefits and then immediately tell everyone that we're disbanding.
I don't know if that will help us.
No, I kind of like it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Actually, keep going, keep
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Go,
All right.
explain it
continue.
more.
The idea would be we disband as the group, and I still think Krieg would be a perfect fit for the one to be known, and then we can be his hooded figures or something, just some. That way, we're still all anonymous.
Just put me in the history books.
I like the idea of us standing in cloaks behind Greg while he goes to a meeting.
Burn down some buildings.
I think
Unfortunately,
we'll probably
Greg,
get-
because of the way your family name works, I'm pretty sure you're already in the history books.
Yeah.
I think you're right. We've found a tomb down there for a Millie Tinkerton.
Yeah, but her name wasn't Greg, so I don't think she's really related. Right, Greg?
Yet to be
That's not how
seen.
last names work.
I don't know, isn't everyone else in Greg's family named Greg? Something?
Oh yeah, but that's a coincidence.
Oh. I thought it was a requirement.
Not at all.
Okay.
Okay, I mean it's fine. We can
So, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like the main issue right now to going public is hostages, and the real person who has the real hostages to be taken are Pala, right? What
So,
if we found a way to secure her family and then go public? Like,
I don't. Okay.
like
okay.
no, like hear me out. I know of a secret organization that your mother would be able to get us in contact with. We could maybe get them to do like a shadow life.
Okay.
Are
I don't know
you
how that
guys related? Wait, where did this come from?
No, Mopella. I think I know what she's talking about. So, if I can go back to the base decision real quick, I want to just to recap from the beginning. If I had to vote now, my take is to not go public because I want to keep your siblings safe. And I think that there's unknown benefits to what we decide to do, but that's a known benefit, right? We know that, we don't want to risk any more publicity for you because that might put them as hostages. So I'd say no to going public, though Wendy has a point. If we could somehow secure your siblings from Zentno and rescue them somehow, maybe they would be safe. And then maybe we could go and reveal ourselves and ask for support once there are no more people viable. Because I know my family can hold up for themselves. The June family is complicated. Greg's family can definitely hold up for themselves. I'm not sure about Gain, but I think that right now that if we could secure your family, Pala, then we could go public. But right now, I think staying under wraps is a good idea. My vote, yeah.
Yeah, no, my family's not complicated. They're the syndicate, so
Yeah.
they're the problem. Yeah, okay.
I would call
so-
that complicated, but yeah, they're the syndicate.
So, I think they're the ones causing the problems for us.
Wendy, that's a good idea. I think that's interesting.
Okay, I think that's good. It would be good to save Palace family.
I could
So-
speak to the guild about things back in Gerlock as well. I'm sure that they can hold their own for the most part, but I'd
they
like
do
to
seem
give them
confident.
fair warning.
That's a good idea too, Gain. Like, we don't want to risk anything we don't have to. So, if you want to contact your family, well, the guild as well, and keep them updated and let them know. I mean, I think we've already talked to them, right? But maybe a more detailed update about what we're thinking. That might be a good idea.
There were some connections between things going on in the guild and the syndicate, so I think that I might need to think more about how best to handle that situation.
Do you
That's a
think
great-
we
that's good.
take Pala's family to Highstat? I mean, that's a very safe place, and we have done work for them before, I don't know. I mean, our interests probably align with their interests to some degree, and if mitigating friction in our common interest, it means just setting up a house in Highstat for Pala's family. I don't know. Maybe Grig's a student there. Maybe maybe we have enough leverage to set something up there, and then Pala's family would be safe. I don't know.
I all of this sounds wonderful. I appreciate it, but the main concern isn't their location, it's the contracts that he has over our heads. Who
Right.
knows what the stipulations of those are? Perhaps if they leave with I mean, if it was a proximity thing, I would have already died or something. I don't know. But if I don't know what the effects are, maybe he doesn't care about what I'm doing because at any moment he can snap his fingers and teleport me somewhere. I have no idea.
Maybe we could enlist someone to help break your family's contract and take them away. Maybe
Well,
we're not Yeah.
That's what
Sorry?
that's for sure. I want to do that, but I don't know where to where to even start.
Does anyone have an inspiration?
Inspiration.
I will if you give me inspiration.
I would have given Isaac an inspiration earlier if he didn't already have one. But you have one because you did the recap.
Oh, okay. I have an inspiration.
If you would like to spend it, I will allow Pala to make an insight check with advantage as to some additional information.
Okay.
It's hers. Yeah, it's all hers. Take it away.
I'll take it.
Make me an insight check with advantage, or just a raw intelligence check with advantage. Your choice.
I'm feeling smart today. I'm gonna do a raw intelligence.
Okay. This will give you different information compared to the insight.
Oh, interesting. I think insight feels better, even though it's a slightly worse roll. Would I be able to get a guidance on top of that?
Can I give a guidance on top of that?
I don't think I'll allow that for this.
Okay.
Okay,
fair
no
enough.
guidance. No guidance.
Let's go. Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's an insight check, correct?
That's an insight check, yes.
You're thinking about the safety of your siblings right now. You feel like there's been a lot of odd things that has happened since you've been gone. One, you were replaced completely by a demon. If you were gone, the moment you were gone could have been the moment where he punished your siblings for you leaving. But that didn't seem to be the case. He seemed to have just replaced you. For whatever reason, he wants to continue CMF.
Yeah.
If you go public, you're worried about the hostage situation, correct?
Yes.
With a 20 insight check, you think back. Why would Zeta go to such lengths as to enlist a demon to masquerade as you? If there must be something there that makes you important. But why are you the only important one? Would it not make sense for your siblings to also be some kind of important too?
Gotcha. So there's some amount of safety knowing that they're vital for something that hasn't happened yet, or they're still important for some reason.
This isn't guaranteed, but I think all the evidence may point to that.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Well, after some personal introspection, there's still some unknowns about how everything is shaking out. The fact that Brodevent was willing to just sacrifice my soul right away is still a mystery, but Brodevent isn't.
Speaking of Brodevent, you could try to ask her for more information or protect your siblings.
Oh, like I asked last time, and she said no.
Yeah.
I guess that is an option. We could go rush after her, because that's still potentially happening, and there's a time for anyway. There's so many things to consider. All right, sorry, got sidetracked. So, for some reason, we're some kind of important. My siblings, I think that there's some amount of, I don't know, safety feels like the wrong word, but he needs us for something. I don't know exactly what that is. Maybe once I figure out what's in this amulet, that maybe that will help us. If we can figure something like that out, I don't know. Bradavint was willing to sacrifice my soul, but she also hates my boss too. So, I don't know how that works out. And then also Bradavint is at large doing something up north too. So I don't know. She's not trustworthy. I don't think I could even prevent myself from trying to smash her face in if I saw her again. But it's an avenue, I suppose, if I stay very far away to ask questions. But I don't know. I'll go with whatever the party decides. I think my siblings are in as much danger now as they would be, I think, even if they knew I was doing something.
I have a question in that case, Paula. I don't want to jump to solutions, but Wendy had a good idea earlier. And so let's say there was a potential for us to ask for help, right? Maybe some other group of people can go and secure your siblings while we're busy. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, they'd have to investigate the contracts first and foremost, but I suppose if it meant that we could get more people on our side to look out for us, that would probably be helpful.
Okay. Wendy, do you want to go talk to my mom sometime then?
Yeah, I think if I could do that, that would be great, actually.
Okay. All right. I'm still kind of on the board just to be safe, to be quiet for now. And then, like you guys have said, we could go public later. But maybe we can do something about your contracts before we make our next move.
Well, we'd have to make a call sooner rather than later because I imagine whatever fallout comes from this, our success here is gonna go into effect fairly soon. So I'll go with whatever the party decides. If you all want to go ahead with making it public now, then I won't. I'll follow suit.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, what does it seem? It seems like the decision is that you guys were gonna go public then. This is your last chance to decide. For once the night ends and you wake up in the morning, it will probably be too late. I'm not saying one way or another is better.
Yep.
I'm just making sure that whatever you guys choose here is what you want. Or is what you've decided. Should we take it to a vote? As DM, I'll step in and just be like, just to make sure everyone's where everyone's at. I feel like a vote makes sense here.
Sure.
That works.
We'll start with Grig. Stealthy or public?
I vote for public.
June.
I also vote for public.
Wendy.
I think Wendy's good either way, but if she had to vote for one, I guess she'd go for public, I suppose.
Isaac?
Public, with a caveat that I'm going to make some calls. Okay.
I would abstain.
All right.
Then with that, you guys head to bed. Isaac, I should be doing this more often. I keep writing in my notes, but I forget. Your mother does call you on occasion.
Okay.
This is one
Great.
such occasion. I actually wrote it down this time. Wasn't expecting this, but yeah, I wrote it down this time. Your mom checks in with you. Oh, rather, I think it's your aunt that does so. She goes,
Yeah.
Isaac, darling, I hear you're to visit me soon. How have you been? Are you keeping up with your studies? Your parents miss you. You may reply, 25 words.
Studies hard. Fighting dangerous organization. Friends, family in magical contracts. I will come visit you. I love you and could use your help sometime. Bye.
Some time passes before you get another message, and she goes, love you too. Are you in danger? Where are you?
I am safe now in Nocio. Defeated undead eyeball. I am okay. I will talk to mom soon as well.
I'm gonna roll a d20 real quick. Okay. She goes, you hear in one mess. No, you don't hear a mess about it, actually. You guys head to bed. Oh, let me put it back to, Nocio. What am I doing? You guys head back to Tyvan's Rest, sleep for the night. With this, the new day passes, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. However,
Nice.
through the night, a few things happen. June,
Yes.
as you sleep, you once more find yourself. Oh, that's get these guys out of here. I don't want to see them. No werewolves in
Oh.
my moonlit dream.
Oh,
June, you find yourself once more in a field back to where your home was, and the moon is beautiful and large and lit, fam. As you stay here in the moonlit night, you feel a feeling of warmth as the moonlight hits you. As you remain in here, once more you see the image of Hitaro appear on the moon itself. You hear in your head as the moon, it's almost as the moon's energy in itself is just an embodiment of Hitaro, and you see like his dark visage upon it. The night and the sky and the stars themselves seem to be all encompass him, and you just look up in the sky and it's just his figure. He goes, June, you have done well with the slaying of the Death Tyrant, putting a stop to the slaughter that was sure to await. That was an act of true justice and protection for the meek. And you watch as the moon the brightness seems to increase, but it starts to get a little less comfortable. However, June, you have offered mercy to many evil denizens. There is no mercy for the malicious. Why have you done so?
I believe that they have some redeeming qualities.
There is no redemption for those that remain in pain. You would do well to remember this, June. Not all are worthy of mercy.
Why not?
Their sins far outnumber anything they could do. Justice awaits for them.
And justice is just killing?
Make a persuasion check as you're having this back and forth with this man.
Okay.
This deity.
Right.
This fucking
wait.
god.
Well, my persuasion. Oh god. Okay. 21.
What was the last thing you said? Killing is the justice?
Yeah, is killing the only justice. Yeah.
There is a brief pause before he goes, their sins make them unsuitable for life. The world must be kept safe, June. Continue distributing my justice. Forget not whose power you wield. His visage fades away. But you have beat Mizian. With that, the shield aglows in the morning as you feel the power of the moon imbued within it. Your Twilight Sanctuary, when you're making concentration checks to maintain it, you make it with advantage now.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So keep that one in mind, and I'll make the feat and add it to you, or I'll add it to the shield.
Okay.
That's Dream 1. Dream 2. Isaac.
Dream 1. Oh, okay.
Isaac. As you find yourself, things are a little different this time. You once more return to the dreamscape, but something isn't quite right. It's like there's something within you that is restless. You once more see a feather before you. It's prismatic a glow brightening the area around it. And it hovers there, almost beckoning you.
I'll kind of like reach out and walk towards it.
You walk towards it, and it touches your hand, and the sky disappears around you. And you see instead a monochrome landscape. As you sit here amidst these stars in this wasteland of sorts. Let me find the right music for this. As you touch this prismatic striation, it appears you and all the dream around you darkens. It feels uncomfortably warm. You see above you that same dark, inky abyss that you've seen before, an ever-shifting form of this abundant, negative, and chaotic, etheric energy. When you've seen it before, its form was more coherent. You've spoken out to it. But here, it's almost as if it's been reduced down to its most chaotic points. And you can see there are shackles and chains all around it. From behind you, you hear a large, deep bellowing, and the uncomfortable warmness increases in intensity. You feel like the moisture is getting sucked out of your body, and you are in desperate need of water. You see another form, a gargantuan, truly massive entity. Imagine it's like twice the best way I could describe it, it's twice the size of Godzilla, if not more. This big old fucking monster. And it is a massive hunk of gray, leathery flesh. It has these 4 massive trunk-like legs, and you can see there are no eyes, from what you could tell. But the hunk of flesh in the middle opens up into a gorge of millions of jagged teeth, and you can feel a massive expel of fire and flame bursting out into the sky, increasing that feeling of heat. Every stomp it takes is moving towards the abyssal form hung up in the sky, its chained body. Step by step, this creature is moving its massive body, creating earthquakes into the ground itself around you. You hear it call out in this deep, bellowing, incoherent tongue. But to you, you understand it as... Return to us. Be free. Just as this gigantic hulk is moving forward, and it continues to move forward, you see the shadow of a massive chain come around and swing out around it and swirl it and tighten against this gargantuan entity. You watch as the chain glows ablaze, and the creature howls out in pain as it tries to resist it. No. Safe. And you see it struggles to move against the chain before its body begins to leap. What are you doing?
I leap out to try to cut the chain for it.
You rush towards it, running with your glaive in hand that is apparated out. Your glaive looks a little different than usual, but you have no time to pay attention as you bring it over to try to swing at the chains. Make me an attack with your glaive, please.
That will only be 16.
16 hits the chain. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
Okay. I bring my energy into this, and I'll say base hit 10.
And then go ahead and channel your smite.
Sweet. And 17.
17 points of damage. All right. You watch as you bring your glaive down and you strike it against the chain. It almost beckons out, but you see there's a small little crack in the chain. And you bring your glaive down again to unleash the smite, and you can see that there's that bit of etheric energy that enters within normally. But you feel a different kind of channeling. As you look up the chained chaotic form, you see a little bit of that form comes down and enter your glaive as well as it hits the chain, and you can see part of it crackles further. And as that does happen, you are pushed back by a blast from the chain, and you see there's a hunk of the flesh from this entity that is just standing in front of you instead. The chains are gargantuan. You made a dent, but it's going to take far more than that to do anything. The creature's body begins to lose coherence, and it turns into another chaotic mess, similar to what you've seen in the sky already. This chaotic blob with heat emanating from its and it's now fully chained, moving towards the sky, next to the original shadowy mass. You say wait, beckoning out, but there is nothing to respond to you. This creature is captured, much like the first one. For what purpose?
Have I not welcomed you? I welcomed you like a friend. But you take these creatures by force. I don't think your existence is wrong. But you shouldn't be pulling these creatures into it unwillingly. Just the same people aren't pulled against the light against their will.
Who are you speaking this to?
I'm just yelling it out into the air, to the chaos. Yeah.
You yell it out into the chaos. There is nothing around to respond. Your vision fades away. That uncomfortable feeling within your chest. You start feeling, there's a small part of you that starts feeling as if you're being trapped somewhere. You awaken, having a vision of what you can only assume to be Bijad. Something happening to them. Grig!
Grig.
It's now, you get a dream too, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
We'll put this in the Baron's Vice, why not? I think this makes sense.
Dream.
Grig. Oh, let me find a jaunty tune for this one.
We love a jaunty tune.
I would love a jaunty tune.
Why can't I hear it?
It's loading. It's loading. Grig, as you sleep that night, you find yourself once more upon the barren ship, the maiden voyage. It caresses through the waves of the ocean, smoothly, rhythmically. The lull of the ship moves through, Fuck! Said that wrong, whatever. As you look once more upon the ship, you clutch your compass in your hand. The compass glows and grows inside with a burst of energy. Ahead of you see the form of a massive Goliath. The Baron himself stands before you, a massive anchor over his shoulder, a great captain's hat upon his bald head. He looks extravagant, and he has a beaming smile as he looks upon you. Well then, youngin', how does it feel to be out on the sea?
Hobby, right at home.
He chuckles heartily, and he goes to you and points over to the compass in your hand. You know, when I was using the Atlas, I never used it for the bearing. I used it for my heart. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
He laughs again. Great! I hope you never figure it out. He goes, may my compass bring you adventure greater than you'll ever know. Sometimes it's best to just let go with your heart. And he bursts into a spray of sea foam all around you, and you're once more just on the maiden voyage. And you enjoy your time there for the remainder of the night.
What a lovely dream.
And now, Wendy.
Dream.
As you dream.
Dream.
Wendy, as you are in your standby mode here around town, you are aware and everything, but you have to allow yourself to repair and recuperate to the damage that has happened. That entire chunk of your body that is missing has to recombine together. As this happens, a memory comes to the surface of your mind as your body heals itself. You are brought back to your old house. Your brother Vindicus stands across from you in the main room. He looks perturbed. I still don't get it. I don't understand why Father plans for failure. Surely Ashes does the deed. Has he no hope for the team he hand-selected? Why aren't we there with him, Wendy? Why must we be the ones who sleep?
I don't know, Vindicus. Our father has a plan for something, and though we may not agree with it, I mean, he knows much more about this world than I could ever hope to. So sometimes we have to defer to him, but I agree. I don't know why we have to be the ones asleep. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel right. We should be able to fight too.
I agree with you that much, Wendy, at least. We cannot go against Father's words as much as we wish to. He holds our gear and weapons in his palm of his hand. If while we are like this, we stand nothing against the Arbiter.
Damn Arbiter. Gonna ruin this world. I don't know. I'd stop him.
Wendy, have you ever come face to face with that creature? I know none who have. But you are different.
I've seen creatures like that before. Back before you all adopted me. And they can do horrible things, Vindicus. They can destroy worlds, destroy so many lives lost. I need to stop it. I need to stop it somehow.
Well, I have utmost faith in Ashes to finish the job. When we awaken, Wendy, let's celebrate with our father and with the other heroes right here at home. And then we can go set out on the quest to help stop this from ever happening again. As like what you say.
Yes. Once this is over, Vindicus, we can stop this from happening again. We can protect everyone. This will never happen again. You and me, we like we have so many times before against the world. We can do it. Right?
Amen to that one, sister. I'll see you at home. And he gives you a fist bump.
When he gives a fist bump, it does like a the Zach and Cody kind of like
Yeah.
they got
Tight as fuck siblings here.
yeah.
And you awaken. The repair is finished. Everyone gains a long rest. And with that, we're going to take a small break.
Yeah.
A small break to level up, right?
Yeah, level 9.
Dang.
Thing. Okay. Didn't say anything else.
Silence means he agrees with us. Otherwise, he would correct us.
Level 9. Let's go.
Level 9, baby.
All right, roll an HP. 2d10. Let's go.
Felt really well. There was I won't say exact names or anything, but when I was out shopping earlier, there was a local high school was doing a fundraiser for their sports team, and it was just these like high schoolers just standing outside in a parking lot in 94-degree weather. Not just 94, but 94 feels like 105-degree weather.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they've got water bottles, but there's no shade because the sun is directly overhead. It's 4 p.m.
Jeez.
And yeah, they're holding these little buckets for money, and I'm like, I happen to have a 10 on me. I was like, I hope this goes towards you getting some hydration, I guess. I don't know. This sucks. I hated looking at it.
God. I had a heat warning for like the past week.
It's been bad. Speaking of hotness, I haven't watched it, but I saw that you posted a video, Sam,
God.
of a hot challenge.
Yeah, it's the one chip challenge. I didn't know it was gonna be really. I thought it was gonna be like a normal. I don't know. I've done like hot challenges before, and it wasn't that bad. But oh my God, this was terrible.
Oh no. Is it like? When did you do it? Was it earlier today?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like hours afterwards, like my stomach was just on fire. I feel better now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But it was something I would not want to do ever again.
We should if we ever go to hell in this campaign, we should all do something akin to the one chip challenge right before to really sell the RP, I think.
Oh right, yeah, we should. We should. God.
How are you guys doing? It's really hot in here, isn't it?
The last one to leave the hot chip challenge. Oh God.
Yeah, you don't. It's not that when you take damage, your HP doesn't go down. You have to bite more of the chip. No, please, no, don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Hey guys, I don't want to be the tank anymore. I don't want to be the tank.
Oh my God.
That would be honestly. That might like that could be kind of a fun like party game equivalent of like a D&D game where like taking damage means like either taking a shot or eating something terrible,
Oh my
but getting
Yeah.
healed means like getting a glass of milk or something.
Jeez, that'd be fun. Every 10 character health equals 1 heart, and that's how much damage you take.
Yeah, I know that there's a like a somewhat similar like board game called it's like Drunkards and something. It's meant to sound like D&D, I think, but
Oh, it's
the
the one where you're
idea
in a tavern and you're just drinking. Is that the one?
where you're
Or
what,
like-
sorry?
There's a board game, right?
Yeah, it's a board
Or like
game,
a
and
card
like
game.
your character is your beer glass with like measurements, and every time
Yeah,
you
I think I've
lose a
seen this
challenge, you
movie.
have to drink more of your drink.
Yeah. Oh boy. Maybe
Um,
I've seen it before. I'm not 100% sure.
One of my
Sounds
coworkers has it, and he recommends if you do it to have actually 2 drinks because as you play, you're gonna get thirsty and want to drink something, but you shouldn't
God.
drink your health, so you should
Right.
have a different drink.
That's funny.
I'm back.
Come back.
That was a great debate between stealth and versus not stealth.
Yeah, I was expecting a Marvel Civil War style party breakup, but you know,
That's what it felt like.
I was not expecting that at all.
no, I didn't think it would get that bad, but
I did propose
Um,
that we disband the group.
yeah, that was okay. So there's like, I won't say where, but there is a there was something I was playing recently that features like a hey, let's pretend to break up the crew so that no one thinks that we're up to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a viable strategy. Is you know, we make it very public that we had like either a falling out or that we're just not doing it anymore.
Yeah. It would have worked 100%.
Would have worked 100%.
I
No
already
one, no
rolled
one.
all my nat 20s, so
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it was really cool of Eric to let us just roll a bunch of dice at the beginning and pick the ones we want to use for our rolls later.
yeah. I remember that vividly, so it must be true.
Yeah.
Yo, this Eric guy sounds like a fucking poser.
Don't be
He
hey,
is. No, he
don't
really
be that
is.
don't be mean
Yeah,
to
it's making
Eric.
fun
He's a
of us.
cool guy.
I'll be the judge of that
I
one,
won't-
brother.
Well, you're a harsh critic, unfortunately.
Yeah. I guess.
Guys, I bought some throw pillows for my sofa today.
Ooh. Nice.
And a blanket so that I can take a warm nap because my air conditioning, while vital to my survival within this Florida heat, does sometimes when it bursts on make me quite cold.
Better than the alternative.
Certainly. Gosh.
Yeah, your AC turns on and then you're scorched. You're being
Yeah.
cooked alive.
This place sucks.
Yeah.
In Florida? Yeah.
How dare you?
I'll say whatever the heck I want to say about Florida.
Yeah, we're all Florida. My passport says Florida on it as place of birth. I can say whatever I want. I can smack talk it all day.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, because we're from Florida. Fuck Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
smack talk Florida if you're from Florida. But don't try to do it if you're not. That's a fun
That's
thing
true.
reserved only for us because we have to suffer
Yeah.
for it.
There was a skit or something I saw that was talking about that, but like because people love dunking on places like New York or LA, and then people from those places get really defensive. But when they talk to amongst themselves, they dunk on it. But when people from outside try to, whoa, hey, you haven't lived here. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear it from you. But yeah, this place sucks. I don't want to hear it from you though. This is where I live, dang it.
I earned the right to talk shit about this place, okay?
You guys, everyone back?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
back.
there any other dreams we should know about?
Smile. Pal, you have a dream.
Oh,
You have a dream
yes,
about
please.
killing a bunch of undead, but there's like this
Oh, that's
weird.
cool.
There's just like this weird crow that just keeps following you around.
Oh wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah.
That's really nuts that it does that.
Yeah.
I sure hope it's only got 2 eyes, right?
No, it's got a few more.
Dang it, that's so weird. Why would it have that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Such a bad thing to have. Why would you put such a bad thing in my dream, Eric?
You tell me, bro.
I play this game for only good feelings, right? That's why we're here.
Oh,
For
I'm the
good
wrong. I'm
feeling?
the wrong DM for that one.
The DM is always in the wrong, no matter what.
True.
Even if they're right.
True.
So did I get like an upgrade for my Atlas? Is that
No.
what the dream was? Fuck.
The only one that got an upgrade was June,
True.
because she followed her. That was her quest line.
She followed her heart.
The wizard needs to gain his strength.
His wrist is already immaculate. Now he just needs strength.
I have the highest charisma in the party, don't I?
Wait, what's your charisma?
17.
No, I
Oh,
think
okay.
Isaac
Isaac.
beats you out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Paladin is a charisma-based class.
Ah. What is his charisma? Like 18? 19?
It's 18.
I think it's
18?
Yeah, I think
Okay, so I'm close.
you were the highest until he pulled that Yu-Gi-Oh card that gave him more
Ah.
charisma.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of incredible because you, Greg, are an intelligence caster.
That's right.
What's your intelligence at?
17?
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're both.
And
17?
I'm the most intelligent in the party.
Now.
No, I think Gain's also pretty smart.
What's can Gain beat a 19?
I'm about to find out. I think she has you tied. Yeah, she has you tied.
Oh dang.
Next level up, she's probably gonna cap that. So
That's fair. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, I got a bunch of QuakeCon stuff. Interesting.
what the heck?
Yeah, I got a bunch of like Steam stuff. Don't forget get your free stuff from Visual Novel Fest, which ends tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Huzzah!
Oh,
What free stuff? Wait, where?
On Steam, the Visual Novel Fest, you get like a free avatar each day.
What?
They're animated to look like anime people. Oh, nice.
With that,
People love anime.
with that statement, I think we're ready to get back into it. Are we? Is everyone ready? Okay, ready to keep going?
ready.
Need more time? Anything like that?
Does
Cookies,
anyone
milk?
want to describe Sephiroth? Yeah.
Sephiroth comes from the skies and kills everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, campaign over. It is the next day, the 19th of Vixta. You've all wakened with a long rest, though still somewhat sore and tired, likely from the death rays that have been obliterating you yesterday. I would say your characters are probably tired still, despite the long rest. Still tired, just from the overall amount of shit that has happened recently. With that, maybe an extended period of break may be due for you at some point. Who can say? Either way, you head downstairs. A bit later in the day, I would say it's getting closer, about 10-ish or so. And you see the tavern is lively as per usual, but the proprietor of Tyvan's Rest, the female dwarf woman, comes over to all of you, and she says, "Well, hey there, you guys are bad benefits, right?"
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
"Is one of you all Isaac? I'm sorry, I'm usually pretty good with names, but I can't remember right now."
Yeah, sorry, I'm Isaac.
"This one's for you." And she hands you a journal of sorts. "Some big ol' Goliath guy came by and asked me to drop it off for you."
Oh, really? Thank you. Oh, I gotta snap awake. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and open it right here. So I'm just gonna read it.
Can I? I don't know why it struck me as weird, but she said normally I'm good with names, but I couldn't remember. Can I insight check her?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Please be good. 15.
It is a little strange. It seems that there's a set of... You feel like that maybe she has a bit of brain fog or something like that. It's weird. You also look at a couple other people. Some people are entering the inn. They seem to be like sweating. Like it's almost hot outside. But Isaac, as you kind of open up the journal and peek through
Bergelmere. Yeah.
Vergermule's journal, this is not written in common at all. Do you read Celestial?
No, I don't.
Greg does.
Yeah. Hey, Greg. Hey, can you read this letter for me? It's from I think it's from at least Bergelmere.
Oh, Bagel me. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, Celestial. I'm a bit rusty, but let's take a peek here.
As you read, there's not everything in this is celestial. Some of it is also in another language you can't understand. But Isaac, you can read that part. It's in Jua.
It's in what?
Jua.
Jua. I don't think I have Jua actually. Really?
The old tongue. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I have this.
You you guys read it together, and you notice that this is sort of like a journal or an experimentation kind of like notebook. And it depicts a lot of attempted experimentations for like magical rituals and the like. And it's sort of like a journal for like a day-by-day kind of thing. There's some points where it's like weekly watch complete, no further implications or alterations within the landscape. And it's just like a bunch of those kinds of things in and around. You see there are some that are like extraplanar teleportation experiment part 1, pathway back to the Crucible. And you can see there's sort of like a circle that's an alchemical circle that's being drawn in there, and it says, "Did not work. Seems to only It seems to only summon Violite." And there's another one that says, "Botched as well. Only a one-way portal." And there's a bunch of other things where it's just like an experimentation journal. And as you guys get further and further into this, there's one part entry that goes, "Seems to be there is a disturbance to the north where the seal is. I'll be checking it out shortly. Something about this feels off, but we don't go based off feeling, we go based off logic. What to do now is to investigate." And she says, "Should not take more than a day." And then there's no further journal entries. Isaac. The very last few pages, your book, as you open those pages up, their book begins to glow. And those 2 pages near the end are very old, very special.
Oh, the book is
Glow.
okay. I'll take my book out. Let's see.
You open your book, and those pages come out and enter within your own book. Another scripture added to your collection. A burst of energy emanates, silent, subtle. Only really you and the rest of the party would notice it. You gain new scriptures to your book.
Yeah. Let's go.
I will add that right now. I should have done this before the session, but I forgot. Let me add the 4th, the 6th. There's already 6? Holy shit. The 6th scripture. Let's see. The 6th scripture. What is this? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Somewhat timely, actually. There you go.
The Council of Babel. Okay. Let's see. Don't mind me, I'll just be over here for a minute. Let's see.
All right. Additionally, you guys also gain the ability to attune to 4 items.
What?
Yes! No way!
Oh, let's go. All right.
Gain gets to, I believe one of her level ups means that she can also attune to additional items as well. She'll just get extra, as well as something else.
Nice.
Is there a way to change my character
Not in
sheet
D&D
on-
Beyond, unfortunately.
Okay,
Not that I can
so
tell.
I just have to be
Yeah.
I just have to keep track of it. That's fine.
If that's okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
With that, you guys also see someone enter the building. They look to be a soldier of some renown of sorts. They have a massive, like, gray steel great sword that they kind of like hold upon their back. They're wearing like this beautiful ornate sort of leather. Definitely looks to be of the city itself, and you see like the emblem Norca upon it. He looks around, takes out a little sheet of paper, and yells out, "Is the group bad benefits within the room right now?" He looks around.
I'll raise a tentative hand.
He raises his hand, he looks over, reads the scripture again, looks at each of you, and nods his head. "Bad benefits. I am a messenger for the king himself. He has asked that you partake in a luncheon with him, a great feast held in your honor. Is this message received?"
Sure. Lunch. When is this? This afternoon?
Within the next few hours, if possible.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
He nods. "Very well. On behalf of the city, the top ring welcomes you. The helm welcomes you. And the king awaits your presence." He gives you guys a bow and exits out of the tavern.
Wow. I guess we're going out for lunch today, guys.
I guess.
Ah, jeez.
Oh. I have a couple of little things I wanted to do, I guess, but I guess we could do it after. I don't anticipate, engaging in fisticuffs, amongst the king's court. Greg, you said you've met him before? What's he like?
He's very kingly, very formal guy. I mean, he was looking for Greg last time I saw him. He probably still wants to know where Greg is, and we have no clue. But other than that, he's pretty. I mean, I don't really know him that well. He was kind of mean, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll get to know him a little bit better today.
I guess so.
Wow. Okay. That was fast. So, yeah. What did you have in mind that you wanted to do today, Pala?
Oh, just little personal things. I wanted to finally send off this dang guitar I've been holding on to. And then
We can handle
See
that,
if I-
honey.
The proprietress yells over.
thank you. Yeah, well, I've got the this in a letter, and I want to send it to a particular address.
Yeah, send it over here. Many taverns take care of that kind of thing.
Oh, cool. I wasn't sure. I've never had to send mail before. Do I need to like how do I pay you? Do you need something like sorry, you're gonna have to step me through this process.
Sure thing, honey. Yeah, so you see, we gotta pay for postage, but that's about it, and then we can kind of take care of the rest.
Oh, great, cool. Yeah, and then I'll square that away.
Cool. Yeah. So, what are you sending and where?
I'm sending the keytar to Star's agency, addressed to Star.
Okay.
And then I am including just a general letter, just saying, "Hey, this is the thing I was telling you about." I managed to we ended up traveling up to the people who make this kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, thank you again for your help.
She looks like Jaya. She looks at like a small page for like postage. That's gonna run you about 10 gold.
Sure, yeah, I can cover that.
You hand her 10 gold. She says, "All right then, honey. I'll make sure this gets squared away."
Excellent, thank you. Okay, well, that's the first. That's that checked off. This is the next thing's more of a longer term thing. I wanted to look into the amulets, do some reading. Now that
We
I
can
feel
do that too.
empowered,
I'm kidding. She doesn't yell that out.
now that I feel so empowered as to have so many items on my person equipped, I can have both my cool headband here and my cool glasses that let me read super fast and also make expert deductions about what I'm reading. So hopefully I can get this done really quick, but we should probably do the king thing first.
That sounds good. Yeah, okay. Then you guys want to go there now then? Go see the king for some lunch?
I guess.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be a bit nicer to you today, Greg.
He better be.
What did he do that was so mean last time?
I mean, he gave me a stone and told me to make sure that they were gonna arrest my granddad.
Well, Greg, I don't know how to break this to you, but I have the feeling like a lot of people think your granddad's a criminal.
You know
I don't
what?
think. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. He is.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. It's not. I don't think it's a thinking thing. I'm pretty sure everyone has had a very specific thing that they can point to say that his granddad's a criminal.
I just, I feel kind of harsh to say that, he's just a criminal. I've never met the guy. It's just
Look, you
Yeah.
tells it
Not
like you
just a
sees it.
criminal. He's my granddad.
Yeah, you could love someone who's objectively a law disabiding citizen. Unabiding, disabiding. I don't know if I feel like I should know which one of those is the right word, but it's maybe if I had one more point of intelligence, I could figure that out.
Okay. All right. Oh, then if you guys have any small errands, we can take care of it. But we can go now.
I'm alright. We're going.
Okay. All right.
Wait, if we go too early, wouldn't it just be like a brunchin'?
What's
Isn't
wrong with
that
the
kind of-
bruncheon?
Yeah, brunch sounds kind of nice. I could use some eggs. Some breakfast food. It's been a while, I guess.
Oh, he said it's a feast run by a king. It better be better than eggs.
I don't know
Commonwealth
what
of
could be
Rikers.
better than eggs, but I'll take your word for it.
Whipped eggs.
Axe beak eggs. Oh my god, axe beak eggs are delicious.
Do
Okay,
werewolves
but
lay eggs? No, right? No. Power?
What?
I'm pretty sure most werewolves are mammals, Greg.
So, I mean, there's some, you know,
What?
like
No,
marsupials.
I want to
Not
unpack this
marsupials.
here. Were you like expectantly asking if I could lay an egg?
I mean, I was genuinely curious. You know, it's a difference in biology.
It's not about the curiosity about the biology. You seemed excited about the question, and that makes me uncomfortable. Let's keep going.
Writing this down.
Can Wyverians lay eggs? Can Pala lay eggs? Let's see.
Can I don't do griffins?
Wait, yeah, you're a
No,
griffin.
the griffin body is a mammal, so I would imagine griffins are mammalian.
I
Yeah.
turned to Pala curiously. Are you sure? Do you know for certain?
Pala is visibly blushing. I don't really want to talk about this right now. It's not the question I was expecting to answer.
No worries, we can drop it. But okay.
Drop it for now.
I do still have a giant axe I could swing.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Let's keep going.
Alright, let's go visit the king.
So, this is going to be the first time you guys go anywhere other than the first ring. So I'm going to ask you, are you going to go up the stairs, or are you going to take the elevator?
There's an elevator.
Of course there's an elevator. What are you talking about?
I mean, what are...
There's
Wait,
an elevator. Wendy sees the elevator and she just like walks up to it and she like hugs it. Goes, I haven't seen an elevator in so long. She starts crying.
It is known as the ether stream, located within the ironworks. It will take you up to the different levels. It's magnetically powered.
Yeah, let's...
What
Do
is
it.
that?
It looks frickin' sick. That's what it's that. Yeah.
You guys enter within the ironworks and head towards like the main area where the ether stream exists, and you just see it's just collections of these shafts with platforms upon it that are going up and down. You see the people on it that look to be sort of like incapable of going upstairs. Like there's some people within wheelchairs and stuff like that, where they just kind of need more assistance going up the fucking crazy ass stairs that Nocio has up the fucking mountain.
I guess real quick, if we're passing through the ironworks, we never did follow up. Does it look like Ira's shop is open? As in, like, she's not dead and not in secret? We were for sure successful?
It still says closed on it.
There's just this nagging feeling. Like, I don't know, someone teleported and then came and assassinated her when we weren't looking. But, you know... Up the elevator, I guess.
To enter the elevator, you see like this portly looking dwarf. He goes, "The use of the ether stream is going to be 1 gold." It's not the ether stream; it's the dragon stream. Use of the dragon stream will be 1 gold.
Well, hold on. You just said ether stream.
That was the DM making a mistake. Okay.
I don't know who this DM guy is, but get your facts straight.
This is my voice. This is me. It's the portly dwarf talking to you. This is me, the DM, talking to you. This is God speaking in the panels.
I know. I'm yanking your chain. Okay, yeah. He said dragon stream. Fine.
Great.
Yeah. 1 gold for all of us. Right, here you go.
All right, thank you. You give him 6 gold, and he takes you guys up the elevator all the way to the very top, to the helm. And you can see here, it is a vast and beautiful oasis. You can see the rest of the city down below you as you step out. The weather is bright and clear, albeit a bit warmer than you were anticipating. It doesn't usually get this warm up here. But regardless, as you guys kind of go up the elevator and out upon here, you can see that it's a lot more open space. There are what looks to be like buildings in the distance for various different things here or there. There's just a lot of nature and beautiful areas here. You see people walking in and around. This seems to be like Central Park in New York, or like Balboa Park in San Diego. It's just a large natural area that has specks of some kind of civilization. And as you move closer towards the main hall where the king resides, you see a massive... Well, I have a picture of this. You see before you the king's hall, this beautifully created, aesthetically pleasing structure that hallmarks the seat of power within Norca itself. It is smaller than you anticipated and is not nearly as regal or kingly as you were expecting. It seems more peasant-like, closer to the citizens who already live within Norca itself. Perhaps that's on purpose. Perhaps not. Regardless, you see the massive open doors ahead of you. There are many guards stationed in and around that look different than the Grey Wardens. They seem more, they seem stronger, better gear and equipment. These are the elite guard of the king. And you can see they all have very confident looks on their faces. All of them revealing their heads, not wearing any kind of helmets at all. And they have like the symbol of Norca proudly upon their chest. And there are multiple on the way into the steps up there, and you can see at the bottom one of them stops with a halberd in hand, looks directly at you guys. You see a tiefling, an older tiefling male with a bit of a white goatee and short white hair. State your business.
We were bad benefits. We had an invitation, so we thought we would come.
He looks around to each of you. I've heard of this bad benefits. May you state your names?
Sure. I'll start. My name is Isaac. Isaac Dashray.
He bows to
Nice
you.
gesture. I bow back.
Paolo.
He bows.
I'm June.
He bows to you as well.
Wendy Gray Ridley.
He bows to you. Looks towards Grig.
I would like Gain introduce herself first. So you know.
Gain introduces herself as Gain.
Okay.
She looks to you.
Howdy, I'm Grig. Grig, Fisherson.
There's a bit of a pause before he also bows to you.
We understand the hesitation. He's the good one. It's all right.
He nods again and he goes, "The king is awaiting you." And he opens the path forward to you. As he kind of like takes you guys up and into the doorway itself, inside you see slightly dimly lit, but there are like torches and stuff like that. Imagine, if you will. Oh, you guys play God of War Ragnarok at all?
Yeah.
No.
No. Sadly.
Okay, I was gonna use the meal hall in Valhalla for that, but for those of you that have played that game, just imagine that meal hall is what you see. For everyone else, you guys all been to Whiterun, right?
Yeah.
Skyrim. Yeah, imagine the Jarl's place.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much what
This
you're
guy's
entering with
Jarl Ballin, isn't he?
it. He's Jarl Ballin, bro. And you can see like there are steps up on these, like it's like stone interior, but a lot of wood still, just a lot of wood. And it seems sturdy and portly and well maintained. Excuse me. You see there is this long horizontal table, just always in the center of this room that is being prepared, and you can see there are lights kind of coming around it. There are servants in and around, individuals of what you can see, you can only imagine to be some kind of high importance around as well. All of which are like, either people are just going up on the table, drinking together and stuff like that. It seems like this is a perpetual meal hall. And at the far end of the chamber here, you can see sitting upon a very tame throne. It is entirely out of wood, and there's nothing regal to it necessarily, besides just the art of the chair itself. There is a youngish-looking man, possibly late 20s, early 30s, something so. Ginger beard, short, combed back ginger hair, and he has like this crown upon his head. He sits down, and you can see there's a massive sword right next to him, ornate and beautiful. The legendary sword of renown in Norca. The one that determines who will be the king, and he holds it by his side there. He seems to be talking to a shorter dwarven man, bald head, heavy, thick, white beard, and these ornate robes as well. Grig, you recognize both of these individuals. One as King Asmund the Bold, and two, the Grand Mage Rickshaw. The knight that's following you guys in as you step within slams his halberd on the ground, looks to the rest of the folks. Presenting bad benefits. This is Isaac, June, Grig, Gain, Wendy, and Pala. And everyone stands to attention and gives a bow. The king puts his hand forward and actually stands up and gives a heavy guffaw. You see Raphanom in the corner a bit, talking with some people, and he stands up and gives you guys a salute as well. And you guys enter within, and immediately the mood gets a little bit more jovial. The king steps down and gets closer to the meal hall, almost getting up to you guys, just straight up. No rhyme, no reason. There's no anything of purport. Rickshaw is jogging behind him, and Asmund with his giant axe, with a giant great sword on his back, comes over to all of you. So, you're the ones that saved my city, I hear.
Well, we definitely were part of it, but we had lots of help. And I kind of gesture over to Rathanon in the corner as well.
Yes, Raphanon and the rest of my men have done great work. They have been rewarded handsomely, as well as the other individuals that have helped you in this regard. But I hear it was you that brought up this information in the first place, and it was you who led the charge. On behalf of Norca,
us that killed them.
Well,
sorry.
I think I would love to hear this upon eating. Let me just say this first. Upon the rest of Nocio and her people, we humbly thank you for what you have done. The king gives you a slight bow and comes back up. Now, let us eat! And you see that immediately he claps his hand and a bunch of servants come out and bringing this beautifully smelling food in around the table. You see meat pies, you see different kinds of sausages, what looks to be sweet rolls, and meat and cider and berries and all this kinds of beautiful smelling shit. And he gestures to you guys, sit down, sit down. He goes to the head of the table himself. Or rather, he goes to the middle of the table. It's a horizontal table, and he goes in the center of it near there, and he kind of gestures around him. Wherever it pleases you, you may sit. And he brings on Raphanon, Rickshaw sits down, a few other important folk kind of sit down in and around. And as you guys sit down around this table, getting plates, feasting you with whatever food piques your interest here, he goes and says, so tell me everything. I heard it from Raphanon, but I want to hear it from you. Bad benefits. Who are you? And why have you come to my city?
Can I ask you a question first?
By all means.
Is a luncheon that takes place before noon a brunchin?
He thinks to a second for himself. I don't see why not.
Alright, well.
Alright, brunchin. Great.
Yeah, what kind of spread are we looking at?
There's jams, there's breads, meat pies and all that.
Eggs?
There are bits of bacon. There's some eggs. I'll say yeah. There's some
Oh
eggs.
hell yeah! I'll take some eggs. I'll take a lot of eggs.
But there's both breakfast and lunch options here. So yes, a
Wow.
brunch.
A couple of mimosas.
Plenty of mimosas. There's ciders. There's meads of all sorts. It is. These guys know how to party. All right.
All right. Okay.
I'll take a Norcan coffee, please. Okay.
They give you a Norcan coffee. It's awful, but you have it anyways. He goes and says, "So, you may feast upon yourselves as much as you wish here. It is the very least that I could do." He looks over to Grig. Grig Fisherson. It has been
Abby?
some time since I last saw you.
This right?
Have you seen your grandfather since?
You know, I really wish that I had seen him, so that way I could have definitely told you his whereabouts. But unfortunately, as my compatriots here would agree with me, we have had no luck in finding this man.
Yep.
I'm like sort of looking at my hand, like I wrote
Why are you
something
saying
down.
it so suspiciously? We definitely haven't seen him. I don't know why you gotta be so like wishy-washy. We haven't seen him. I don't know what you mean.
The king.
As you can see, I am definitely correct.
The king sees your like anxiety and like rough hesitancy, and he laughs and like slaps you on the back. It's a heavy slap too. Like it like pushes you forward a bit almost. And he goes, "I have to admit, I did not expect to see the grandson embark on a journey, and even come so far as to fight an undead army outside of my city."
Oh, not just that. Not just fighting undead army. I would say that Grig himself probably did the most damage to that thing when we were in there. It was hard. It was one of the toughest. This is the toughest battle we were ever in. But Grig definitely knows how to use magic more than anyone I've ever seen. He's incredible.
You see Raphanon looks a little confused, and the king shares a look with him, and he says, "What is this thing you speak of?"
So, you're aware of the undead army, right? How much do you know so far? Make sure we're on the same page.
Only what Raphanon has told me.
Okay. Well, down in the crypts, down in the grave, there was someone waiting for us there. We came here in the first place to prepare and defend the city from one of the generals of an organization called the Syndicate. I can come back to that later, but said creature, some sort of undead monstrosity was waiting for us down there, raising the undead to attack the city. This undead eye was powerful. Powerful. I would say it nearly killed all of us several times, but we managed to take it down. Thanks to Rathnon and everyone else in the city clearing a path for us, we were pretty fresh by the time we got there. He had a lot of minions. He had the ability to raise, and he was studying on how to raise creatures from the dead. They were eking all around, but we were able to make it out.
Well, it sounds to me like you've done the work that my men should have done. And he looks around to a lot of the elite guard here. You are likely just as, if not stronger than them. We love adventurers such as yourselves here in Norca. We applaud your strength. And he gives a light clap, and everyone else gives a clap as well. And he brings up a thing of mead, and he says, "To your health and your victory!" And everyone cheers, and he chugs down the fucking mead. And another one is like poured for him. That being said, I am king. Unfortunately, this information has escaped my purview. Normally, we would have learned of this by now, before it would have happened. But it seems something went wrong. How have you learned of this threat? And what other information do you have about it?
Well, they're a secret and powerful organization. My friend June might be able to clue you in a bit more. We first learned about some of these events by secretly observing a meeting of theirs. Would you like to share anything? Maybe you can give a better insight since you saw it yourself. If not, I can do it. Yeah.
Sure. No. I was given sight of a meeting, and they were discussing about claiming relics and everything. So we were able to track down where some of the relics are, and protect
Relics.
them from relics. Like, do you know anything about the relics? I look at Isaac. I'm like, do you want to explain to him what relics are?
Sure. This organization is looking to basically kill the gods, as far as we're aware. So in order to do this, they're amassing weapons of power. Artifacts. Relics, you'd probably say. We don't know a lot about these relics, but they're items, physical items of great power that if they could bring over to their side, they could use it to wreak all sorts of havoc on Solaris. Their goals are wide, so they need all the power they can get. And those are just one of them.
These relics. He looks over to Grig. Like the one your grandfather stole.
Yep, probably.
He nods his head. You see that there are a few people that laugh as you guys said to kill the gods. But Asmund put his hand up and that guy shut the fuck up. It seems that Asmund's taking this very seriously. And he continues on and puts another hand up and whispers into someone's ear, and when June you can hear him say, just barely, send some guards down to Ira's shop. Make sure she's fine. And keep a guard on her. And you see a soldier nods and a few others kind of come together and head out. You see he says, continue please.
In a kind of a hushed tone, Pal would try to speak up. As some pieces are coming together, there was another impending attack. We had to make a choice. We came here, but and she gestures to, I guess the air around. I think the heat we're feeling right now is evidence that another relic was stolen. And that one of the gods was trapped, killed, I don't know.
You see, he looks over, and you see a look of recognition in his eyes. He looks over to Rickshaw. The seal is safe? Rickshaw goes, my lord, I've not heard from Kogita in some time.
Oh, you're in touch with Cognita. I interrupt them as soon as I hear the name, because I can't help myself.
They look to you. And how do you know of this lass that we speak to?
She guards the seal of Bishahat, right?
The king and Rickshaw exchange a look, and the king looks back to you. Aye, that she does. That is her purpose. She has been around for longer than Norka itself has existed. A long time ago, she spoke to our kings, and that has been a kept secret ever since then, of her existence in the seals. But, my lord, and then Rickshaw speaks up, we haven't, for you there, we don't often hear from her, maybe at best once a month. It's not unusual for periods of time, and we just hear nothing from her. And you see, the king says, send her a message. Rickshaw goes with his mind, and you see he casts a spell. He casts Sending. And you see he says, Kogita, give us a status check. All good with you. He waits a bit, and he says, "My king, I cannot come in contact with her. It's almost as if..." Then he says, "We best send a retinue to check in on her. And a seal."
Be careful. Be careful. That's somewhere I wanted to go myself. The Cane Tundra. The Syndicate has been making moves to unleash the sheathed seal of Bishot themselves. It's no doubt they've sent a very strong force. I'm not sure. I know Cognita is ancient and powerful, but she might not be that powerful.
You see a few other like diplomats and politicians around, kind of like stand up from the meal table with a wide look in their eyes. "But the droughts! What will happen to our supply?" Asmund raises his hand. "Hush, hush now. The aqueducts will be enough. We don't know the extent of what is to happen. This has not happened in what feels like millennia. But Norca will stand together, and we don't know about the situation yet. Remain calm." And he looks at Rickshaw. "Rickshaw, stay here for now, but send your retinue. We'll talk later." And Rickshaw nods and kind of like sends a message off to someone else who another group starts to get together. And he looks at the rest of you. "Keep speaking, please."
Bishot is but one of their stepping stones, the relics, them, and other creatures are the goal of the Syndicate. From what I understand in the meeting that June saw, they started dispatching people up into that location at the same time that Mizian was dispatched here. Mizian being the name of that creature that we defeated yesterday.
Advin nods his head.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Yeah, I won't say anymore. No, I'll let that hang there for a moment.
He'll go, "I don't know of the other seals. Every country that holds a seal keeps it to themselves privately." He thinks for a moment. "They will be alerted that their seal might be in danger. Some way, somehow. I ask that you keep the fact that our seal might be in danger a secret. Because in the wrong hands, that could prove a true political disaster for us."
We haven't mentioned it until now, so...
He nods his head. Good. You already
Ira, of course, was warned, so she had prepared to potentially fend off an attack, but I don't know if it got to her.
"Oh, we may not be seeing those men for some time. Someone go make sure that those men are fine." And another one runs off towards the group that went after Ira. It seems that the king is fully believed that those guys might just get fucking killed if they approach Ira's shop.
Oh, she's that good, huh? We were kind of worried that she might just kind of be a good blacksmith, but she's capable of really just going to town on the guy, huh?
She has, from what I hear, her security is very excellent, but likely wouldn't be able to hold a chance against an undead army, if I'm going to be honest.
That's fair. I think that's a big ask of anybody.
And I hear that Bad Benefits also took care of an ice devil back in Dalio.
Pala shivers. Yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah. We also did the Ice Devil back in Dahlia. That's right.
Well, you've proven your might and your importance quite a bit within this conversation alone. Is there any additional information that you know of that would help?
We gave the big details to the Grey Wardens already.
Right, I've heard about that.
Yeah, we weren't expecting to speak with you, so whatever he told you is probably what we would have been able to give you as well.
He nods his head.
Yeah.
In that case, please enjoy the rest of your meal. We don't need to speak of such heavy subjects anymore. Though I have to ask, what is your relationship with Kogita?
I actually originally left home as an adventurer before meeting up with the rest of these to go find people like Krita. She has brothers and sisters that guard Solaris in a very similar way. They're very important to me, and I'm trying to look for their help.
He nods his head. Ah, family. I can understand. Very well. As king of Norca, he looks to all of you. For what you have done for my city, and for the information you have given me, I will grant you a favor, a request, a boon. You may ask me of anything, and should it be within my power and reasonable, given all the circumstances, it will be granted to you.
The within reason thing is important because apparently everyone and their mother's trying to either meet or kill a god. So, like, I definitely, for sure, needed to mention that stipulation because who knows what we would have ended up having to ask.
Oh, I may be incredibly powerful. He looks towards the sword and smiles. But yes, killing a deity is not something that we are capable of at the moment. But anything outside of that, simply say your request, and we will see if we can get it done.
Thank you. Well, I suppose we'll probably take some time to think about it, because we had a long day yesterday, but
He nods.
I think we'll be happy to take you up on your offer.
You may take all the time you wish. Additionally, as heroes of Norca, I grant all of you the title Hiromar. That's what it is. Hiromar in Norcan, as June and Greg would know, means guardian.
I also speak Norcan.
Then Isaac would also know this. It means guardian. Hiromar. He looks towards all of you. Bad benefits. Additionally, I grant you a house here in Norca, on the second ring. We recently have had an individual vacate the premises. For some time, the house has been left abandoned. It has belonged to the government and to the state. We have not found a use for it. But he looks towards the six of you and he goes, but I think it might be useful for you. It will be within your name. You may do with it as you wish. But please consider it a gift.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. Honestly, Nocia has felt the most home-like so far, so that's great to hear.
So, we plan on moving around a lot. Is there like, what do you do with a house when you're not there? I've never had like a house before.
To that you may do as you wish. If you can hire a housekeeper or have some people inhabit it in the meantime. But do know that the house will always be within your name.
Great.
Oh. Cool.
Oh, we could... Hey, Greg, you have that ring you can put down, right? You could put one of those in there. Once you learn that in school. Let's see.
Oh, one of the teleport rings?
Yeah, that one. Then we can come back whenever we want.
Oh, that would be fantastic if I knew what to do.
Maybe we can go back to school sometime. It might be useful.
Yeah. Might be a good idea.
Asmund hears this, he looked over to Rickshaw. Give them access to our circle as well. And Rickshaw looks over to you, Greg, and goes, boy, I can teach you the circle. You can come back to Nocio anytime you want.
You can teach me the circle?
At least ours. For once you get powerful enough, you may be able to teleport here as on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan. whenever that may be. We got time, right? Right, guys?
Yeah, we definitely
something
do.
to that extent. Yeah.
With that, that is it. That's it in terms of conversation or things that the king wants to do specifically. You are granted your reward and then a boon that which you may think upon. I'll say at some point, Grig, you learn the teleportation rune for Nocio, which leads to a separate house, a separate structure in the top ring. But is there anything else you guys would like to ask or talk of with the king while you are here?
Yeah. I noticed your sword over there. Right.
He looks to it fondly. Aye. This sword determines that I am king of Norca.
What did you do before? Oh, sorry. Continue, please.
This once belonged to my father. But ever since his passing, a new king had to be forged. And so I took upon the mantle. The sword chose me next. And I proved myself by fighting a leviathan within the seas. A kraken. And since then I have been king of Norca.
Does holding the sword mean that you're king? Or is it more of like a process?
It's more of a process.
Okay, so if I asked to check it out, I wouldn't be king for 30 seconds.
He takes the sword and hands it over to you.
Oh, sick! All right, yeah, heck yeah.
I need you to make me a strength saving throw as you pick it up.
Strength saving throw?
Oh, you get +4. You get +4. I'm right next to you.
Okay, yeah, heck yeah. I got +8 to them already, so +12 to this strength saving throw. So another +4. That's a 16.
You face plant to the floor as the sword clatters to the ground. There's just its weight is so intense. You're also good aligned, which means you don't burn, but you don't take any damage. But the sword is incredibly heavy, and you just watch as the king laughs a guffaw. A bit heavier than it looks.
Yeah, well, you handed it to me with one hand. You didn't really prepare me for how big it was gonna be.
Sorry. It's a bit of. I just like to have a bit of fun sometimes.
All right. Yeah, I get it. I'd probably do the same thing.
How does it feel to be king, Pella?
It's pretty cool. Hey, I guess I'll turn to the party. Give me whatever's on your plate. I'm king. You have to.
Oh, all right. I hand you a piece of my pie. Here, it's all yours. Thank you, King. Your Excellency.
Don't be. Well, no, I'm king. All right, you can have it. You can have it back, and I struggle to push it back over the table. No. So, you said that I don't take any damage because I'm good aligned. Is that something that Paula would have picked up on while holding it?
Yes. You actually, I would say you feel something like your blood itself begins to warm a bit as you were holding it, just a reaction kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But the sword is just too heavy currently.
Right. This I have it on good authority that the people we're fighting employ some demonic entities. This sword is probably going to be useful in the future.
You see, he smiles a bit. I had not considered entering war myself, but it has been some time. And he goes, "Let the syndicate come. Norca will be ready for it."
If we learn anything else that could help you, we'll definitely be in contact. I was wondering though, so you defeated a kraken before you became king. Were you an adventurer before?
Something like that. I worked for the Starwalt Wild while my father Aaron ruled the kingdom. I honed my strength until my father taught me the ways of a king, until finally after his passing, and he looks down sadly, which it seems like he's only been king for a couple years currently. He goes and says, after I proved myself, the king passed. Many tried to hold the blade, but only I was able to take it up. Why do you ask?
Wasn't sure if no, I think it's good to have some world experience before you become king, and I think your father would be proud of you.
He looks oddly touched by that. Thank you, person I had met half an hour ago.
Yeah, that was kind of like a really intimate thing to say to someone you've just met. You don't even know their father.
That's Isaac. It is Isaac.
No, that's true. You're right. That's like
That-
kind of his whole MO is being way too intimate with people right away. The first time I met you, you were naked.
Well, we were in a bathhouse. Don't forget, we're in a bathhouse.
Right, and you were offered an opportunity to wear something and you chose not to.
There was a battle. I mean, come on, let's.
No. The bathhouse itself said you can wear like a suit inside, and you said no, apparently.
Oh, come on, it's a bathhouse, pal. Whoever wears a suit into a bathhouse, it's normal. That's not weird.
That's true.
See?
He brings up a good point, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Alright, whatever.
Is there anything else you guys would like to answer the king?
Is there someone around here with particular expertise in draconic runes?
Draconic runes. Rickshaw. And he looks over to Rickshaw, the Grand Mage. He goes, "You think you can help our little lady here?" Rickshaw nods and says, Certainly. I have to take care of seeing with Kokita and a few other things, but if you are free sometime in a few days, I will be able to help you with this.
For sure, and just to make sure I'm not committing something that the party didn't agree to. This isn't the favor, right? Or is this the favor? And otherwise I can pay you. I don't want to. I would prefer your cool favor be used for something a little more pressing than asking about draconic runes.
You watch as Asmund laughs again and says, "We'll add this one too, call it a boon of the king, not counting as your favor."
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right.
I'm gonna say, if there's no other questions, you guys finish up your brunchin with the king, Asmund the Bold of Norca. With this, you are known as Hiromar to the people of Norca. Bad Benefits has made a name for itself. As rumors moved down the king, as these guys were these Hiromar were heroes that stopped an undead army from entering Nocio and its walls, defeating a great evil. You have told the king, a man of great influence and purpose, of what has happened here. And it seems as if you may have gained quite a bit more allies and power. Regardless, you all head to the new home that you have.
Yeah.
I leave it to you what this house looks like.
Oh, okay. Who wants to pitch in? What's this house?
It's a dinky shack.
No, Greg. No. Stop. Rejected. Heck off. All right.
Greg is no longer allowed to contribute to the house discussion.
Oh man, well, we are like in a wintry style home, so kind of like maybe like a wood house for sure. Wood house is something.
Well, we gotta have. We gotta have insulation. We don't want our pipes bursting. All right.
What the fuck is insulation?
You have an entire week to figure this one out, because I think we're gonna stop the session there.
Okay. All right, Greg, you're allowed to contribute again. but no dinky shacks, okay? You
No
got
dinky
it.
shack.
We're getting a house.
Ow.
A house.
So, with that in mind, you guys can decide the house. You guys, you get access to the teleportation circle. You can figure out the favor. I want to ask, what is next on your agenda? I will say, with you telling the king about Kogita, an expedition will be sent out to talk to her, grab her. You feel you can join that expedition if you like, but it seems that you have the option to not go to the seal anymore if you don't want to.
You have the option to not go?
As in, they're fulfilling what they're doing, what we would have done because we reached out to them. So
Correct.
like, if we're talking like game mechanics wise, there's a group going that will take care of it in our stead.
There is a group going that will confirm Kogita in the seal status. Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask to go with them if you would like, or if you want to just do it yourselves. That's also a possibility.
Yeah. There's that. There's also we did potentially this would be potentially offer to help revive Mr. Springboy.
Yeah.
By joining that expedition as well. There's a lot of immediate things that would postpone our downtime, but it's up to you guys.
Yep. Otherwise,
Yeah, timeline. Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say otherwise, you guys have the game opens up at this point. You have a lot of different options to what you want to do next. We can just enter downtime. The next agenda in terms of syndicate stuff seems to be in Qualt. So, however, traveling to Qualt during the summer, which will soon be, is not a good idea because of the scorching heat in the summer. So if you wanted to go to Qualt, at the very least, you would have to wait until fall. So you have 3 months, or 3 to 4 months,
Awesome.
to do whatever
We have
you
3
wish.
months. We have 3 months.
Yeah, Qualt kind of sucks. It's very hot.
Shut up! Shut up about Qualt! Shut up! Don't say that!
So we could go on expedition and check on Kukita. We have the dragon coming up soon.
Can we get the world map on the screen? Actually,
Oh, yeah.
While we talk about this?
Thank you. That's a good idea.
Yeah, no worries.
That's not the world map. That's
Well,
the
it's a
world
big map. It was a cool map.
Is it cool?
That's supposed to be the map
and
I've been.
Bear is here.
Yeah, you guys are. Oh yeah, you guys are in Nocia right now. There you are.
Yeah, Qualt. Dang old Qualt.
Yeah. So yeah, you have access to the entire map. You can go do whatever you want. I think some of you have things that you want to do, right?
Yeah.
You have
I
your
guess
own-
it depends on like, are we doing downtime or are we doing a group trip type thing?
I can say that at least Paolo is cool with whatever, because the big thing she wanted to take care of, learning about what the amulet's about, won't be possible for a couple of days. So theoretically, if we wanted to do the Feywild trip, we could. So I'm cool with whatever you guys want to do.
I think June would be interested in going to the Feywild trip.
Feywild
maybe-
field trip.
Feywild now and then downtime after. Let's see. And then after some downtime, do
You're-
dragon thing.
Yeah, your downtime can be split up. Like you can have quests intermediate within these next 3 months.
Okay, so it sounds like we have a season that we can dot some things in. So we can just start with Feywild now, then figure the rest out later.
And we can we could check out. We did write a bunch of goals down in our Google Doc. So
Yes, we did.
let's
Can't
take a
consume
look
the
at
moon yet,
those.
so
I haven't consumed the moon yet. Yeah. So you guys can talk about exactly what you want to do. You don't have to do the Feywild one if you don't want to either. there is a decent amount. You're waiting on hearing back for the status of Kogita and the seal. Isaac, these are just things I have. Visiting your family.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Helping Maple and Harshnag. Gain has a communion she needs to do in Pineball Woods.
Yes, I know she's been waiting to get that done for a while.
I think Wendy wants to look for her brother, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, there is a decent amount of stuff you can do dotted within, and not everything here has to be RP or like a deep expedition either. So, we don't have to do. We can kind of skip around a little bit, however we want to. So, if you feel like if you'd rather your thing not have its own, if it feels like more of an errand for you to do your thing that you want to, we don't have to RP it. We can just kind of like give a brief overview of what happens, kind of thing, like we did for Pala with her lycanthropy.
Yeah.
So, you guys can think about what you want to do. Do let me know exactly what you want to do. And we'll save that next session for downtime.
Sweet.
Yeah, why not? You guys are a little late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, were we supposed to be, or did you just like?
Well, I was
Were
gonna
you
give it to you.
convinced?
I was gonna give it to you if you were gonna go out after checking the seal in Kogita, but since someone else you guys let the king know instead. I think that's fine. I think getting it now makes sense.
Yeah, we
As
got
we
that
enter
XP. We succeeded in the quest, which means we get quest XP.
I rolled well.
Pretty
my
much,
HP.
actually. That's kind of what it is. But with this, you guys are now publicly known. Rumors
Sweet.
spread, bad benefits is known. And for whatever reason, there's a girl that looks like Frappe on the team too. Weird. Can't be her though. Can't be her. Just looks like her.
Oh no. Oh, this sucks.
Oh, that's bad. Maybe we should.
Yeah, well, it's over now.
Oh,
So
oh
weird.
no.
Can't be
So
her,
weird, dude.
Eric, why are you like that? Why are you doing this to me?
though. Shrug. I don't know.
I mean, that was the character I made.
But people don't. I wouldn't say people like know what you look like. They just kind of know your names and general vibe
Yeah.
and stuff.
How
Right?
it wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be general knowledge to people outside of maybe like super duper fans that Frappe's real name is Paula.
Yeah,
That
I
would have
don't-
been
I don't
pretty
think so.
closely kept secret.
Yeah. I don't think that would be the case. But you guys have entered Hero Kavach territory now. So there's gonna be random people being like, you're the hero of Kavach.
You. Wait, crap. What? You. No, dang it. It was you. It was you
Anyway.
crossing the border.
You crossing the border.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream.